Hello everyone and welcome back to Tabletop, Fables and Dogs of M.E.R.C.Y. I'm DM Cody and we're going to go around and introduce ourselves starting from...
G'day there, I'm Cooper, back from a bit of a break into the main campaign. I play Kit, a half-elf monk, a fisherman. Yeah, let's go with a fisherman. As that's what he's been doing for the past yay amount of years.
Sure, we're gonna take that bait.
I am Blake. I play Raz, a little Air Genasi rogue, who just sort of has finally reacquainted himself with his friends and gone on what I can only assume is a bad acid trip with them.
That sounds about right.
It ended poorly for acid trip.
No.
You smell the flowers, but you miss the mushrooms.
Did anything else?
I'm Bam. I play Tonk, a wild magic sorcerer, dark Aarakocra, who is aged quicker than all of his friends, straight through his prime to being a cranky old man.
Question for you. Do you have your crazy D1 million magic table?
Yeah, but it didn't work very well, so I just rolled from the normal one. There was all boring stuff.
I guess when you got 10,000
when you got 10,000 of them, you run out of ideas.
Out of about 99.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Josh. I play Ruse, a changeling bard, who last week spent 6 seconds watching his friends be asleep and panicking so much he broke his drum.
Good times.
Hey everyone, I'm Maddie and I'm playing as Clarimond, better known as Clary, a human trickery cleric who is a cleric of the Traveller, a giver of gifts, helping others to help themselves basically, either to success or absolute catastrophic failure. It's up to me to find out what happens. So, yeah, just spent the last 6 seconds in some kind of weird flower-induced dream.
Hello everyone, I'm Matt. I play a Tabashi nature cleric called Smoke, living the ways of Elzath. Smoke promotes reason and love over violence at any opportunity. If he was to release a perfume or a scent, it would be called Obsession, and take rivers, woods, and the animals that live within them as his muse.
I'd wear that.
Yeah.
Scent of smoke.
Alright, so recently our adventurers have gathered in the middle of the city and struck out to make some gold. In the process, they've found themselves hunting down a Medusa who has cursed a woman living in a nearby city. Last week or the week before last, they managed to make their way to the lair before mysteriously falling into some sort of magical sleep, only to find out what that experience never happened and awaken right in front of the lair where they left. So Boren's still fast asleep and for some reason Kip has appeared with them. And that is where we kick off today. So ahead of you is a garden path that leads up into what looks like a very sheltered cave area. You can see dappled sunlight breaking through ahead as you all groggily wake up with Ruse looking rather concerned.
Oh yes, wasn't I right before it possessing some of the bodies?
So, great trick, but also I thought you were dead, so real funny now. Next time you do fall asleep in front of me, I will cut you.
Now, I'm either still dead, dreaming, or I have no idea what's going on.
And briefly, we explain to him what has happened so far. And you will recap me on the dream, and we're here.
Wait, so you're actually here?
I think so?
He's here.
Okay.
Wait, are you here? I thought you...
Where are we?
Alright. Ha! I know it's been quite a long time, but what are we doing here?
Medusa. Killing it.
Better 350 gold, minimum.
And some sort of heirloom.
Right, so y'all are here on a job.
Yes.
Yes, we explained that.
Right, okay.
Just trying to save us some time here.
Alright. Sure, I'll buy it.
We can discuss things later, I guess. Right now, I think we've got slightly more pressing matters.
Alright.
With that in mind, I would like to stealth.
And you can have advantage.
Oh well, that's interesting.
Alright, here we go.
I do. So I just roll all three of these? Question mark? Yeah. And you understand how advantage works in this scenario, and I don't.
What's your modifier?
+6.
Yep.
So that is 11, 12, and 7.
Oh boy.
Not great.
Well, at least it's not going to be 7.
Where did Raz go?
So
That was
ahead
the
of
rats.
you is a fairly overgrown path that leads into what looks like a very open, dappled area full of, you see plants just overgrowing. You figured the vines along the side of the wall, you could probably sort of slink through them. Doesn't provide a lot of cover, but it would be better than just walking straight up the middle.
Yeah, it seems good.
Yeah.
You know, Dorian never mentioned a tunnel with hallucinogenic flowers in it.
Maybe Lorian is immune to these. I don't know.
Perhaps.
I thought maybe you guys might have been immune to these too, but you are not.
Well, you obviously were.
It may have something to do with the training back at the orphanage. I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know.
I poke Salvora and see if she's going to wake up.
Sort of snores and swats at you absent-mindedly and rolls over.
I don't think she is in danger, but I do think she needs a good rest. I know somebody else who needs a good rest.
That reminds me.
You've had a full rest.
For 6 seconds, which is counted for nothing.
Oh boy.
Raz has gone on ahead. What's everyone else doing?
I think I might attempt to stealth as well ahead because I could also use a bit of a heads up as to when I need to use my duplicity.
Should we group stealth or like go ahead?
Are we just scouting ahead or?
I don't mind. If that's what you two want to do, you can do that.
I think so. Smoke joins the fray.
For a
That
free
ain't
is-
great. What is my stealth? I've got +3 in stealth. I've got 6, 6, and 11.
Yep.
So
14 top.
yeah, probably not great. But I'm also just going to try and sort of scout ahead a little bit quieter.
So you start heading down the corridor. You both take a side each. And you realise you're not being particularly quiet as this strange sounds ahead, and you look up to see this strange lizard crossed with a chicken, crossed with a bat, scratching at the ground, look up at you and cock its head.
Oh, that's...
And it starts pawing the ground a bit and then starts pecking again.
It doesn't want to fight us.
What is that? Never
When you
seen
try
it.
to like sneak away from things, don't like grab all the vines on the way through.
Yeah, I was wondering if I should let y'all know that you're, I can still see us.
Ah,
But
good to
where
know.
is the fun in that?
Thanks for the heads up, everyone.
So for those who aren't aware, that's a cockatrice.
I thought it was his chicken bat.
From what the reading you have done. It's a big section in one of them.
These chicken bats.
Yeah, it'll try to turn you to stone, but only if you threaten it.
Well, like a baby gorgon.
Yeah, something like that.
Let's just back up a bit from that.
Have they gone far enough for Smoke to be able to see them?
Yeah, it's fairly open. Unless they start skirting around the edges.
Yeah, I don't think we've gone too far.
Nah.
Do they?
Cockatrice is
Far enough to get called
basically in
out.
the...
Yeah.
As you get forward a bit, you see that there's a stone path that goes through the middle. As you go that little bit further, you do see that the garden's inside what looks like a semi-dome chamber about 100 feet across and about 80 feet wide, has dappled sunlight coming through and lots of very unusual plants growing in what look like fairly well-planned plots. And you do see that cockatrice standing in the middle of the path just looking at you and then starts pecking at the stone again.
Any blue flowers?
Yeah, lots of different blue flowers.
Okay.
Does anybody know if it's like if cockatrice looks at me but I don't look at it, am I safe?
Oh no, it's spit.
Oh, all right. Good. That's kind of better. I want to take some rations from a bag, like bread-ish stuff, and throw it like across to one side of the path
Yep.
so that we can go to the other side of the path. If that makes sense.
Luckily, it's not a duck.
Careful, my God.
Tom goes after.
I'm gonna get that seed first. It's the dex of the cockatrice.
It stops and cocks its head at you and then looks down,
And I'll
very
take,
slowly trots across and starts pecking at it.
so take some steps back as well to give it some space. But yeah, once it's over to one side of the tunnel, I'll just motion everybody up to the other side of the tunnel.
Breeze on past.
Alright, let's head on over.
Kip sort
So
of.
you step into this main chamber, and you notice in the middle there is a very large stone fountain. Looks like two giant fish twined over the water's spitting out of their mouths, falling into the bottom. Around that is a surprisingly well-kept stone path with lots of different flowers and herbs growing in plots. Some of them quite tall, some of them very short. You notice there's a few more cockatrices just peeking through the garden. As you move in, they sort of mostly look up, notice you, and then just keep going about their business.
As there's a question outside. Is alarm a cantrip? Or is it a spell?
I think it's a spell, but
Is it
it is
spell?
a ritual spell,
okay.
so you can cast without a spell slot. It takes 10 minutes.
Could we real quick have said that we put like an alarm around Salvoran so we can kind of know? Sure.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I feel like we would have done
That seems
like,
fair.
an
Yeah.
after that, so.
Yeah, I'm sure you could have found someone to prop her up near a tree or something as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Otherwise, gone back to brought it back to the church of all faiths or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just figured we should do something rather than be like, oh, it's just like
I put a big leafy branch on top of it later.
Yep.
Just one.
like a blanket.
Just
It's just over her face.
Yeah. Smoke sets
You also
horse to stand guard.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely never
So
seen
yeah,
a
you
thief
move
here.
up. So it's just
Yes.
one main stone path that moves through the centre. You can see the opening of what looks like a fairly rough-hewn cave, but there are square stones around the edge that show it has been manufactured to some degree. At the moment, you're on the other side of the fountain to that, with the cockatrices picking around.
I know there was a section of when I was reading her mind where it just blanked and then we saw the Medusa. Have we gone past the bit from the memory? Like, would I be at a point where I no longer know what happened from here on?
You're pretty close. From the memory, you would deduce that you were probably just on the other side of the fountain.
Okay, yep. I don't know what happens at this point onwards from her memories.
Get to go up.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much, she's,
Other than
perhaps she was
having
got by the chickens, I don't know.
some kind of random superstitious thing that I just want to do. I'm just going to grab out a small coin and just flick it into the fountain.
Yep. You're a bit of a splash amongst the gushing of the fish mouths, spewing it into the water.
Is there more coins in the fountain?
Not that you can see.
Alright, I'll take that one. And what was it? Gold?
No.
3 platinum pieces.
Electrum.
If it's not gold, it's not worth writing down.
Yeah.
She's a noble, she might be throwing gold pieces away.
Smoke just shakes his head.
I don't know what happened to my inheritance. That would require me to be claimed being alive for that to happen.
So everyone's moving past the fountain now?
Yeah.
May as well, yeah.
Attempting to.
Yeah,
Right,
everyone
so-
make a wisdom save for me.
Oh, yay.
North.
Nice.
Might not be nice enough, but it's nice.
Not
Very
nice.
nice. Very nice.
At 15.
9.
19.
10.
12.
20.
Alright, 15 and over.
Oh, damn it.
You don't notice anything, but the other 3 just seem to stop and start staring at this fountain.
Well, I flicked the coin in, so I'm already looking at it. So I'm just standing there, just looking at it.
Guys, it is water, come on. We have seen water before.
I'm seriously still debating whether or not I'm actually here.
Can I respond?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it is.
But just, come on, we have to keep going.
Come on, guys.
But it looks so refreshing.
But you want a drink? I have water in my water skin. But maybe don't drink the water in the monster's garden.
I wonder, is there some significance to the fish?
I just start dragging Raz away because he's the closest one to me.
Is it a magic fountain?
I was is,
There's something strange about it.
is there any compulsion for me to stop him from pulling me away?
No.
Ah.
You just kind of want to be there, but
Oh, well, alright then.
You good?
Be
Wave my
dragged, I
hand in
shall.
front of Tom's eyes. Like, for the time when he cannot see the fountain, is there any change?
no.
Okay. I'll do it anyway.
Five.
Oh, you startled me.
Wild magic zone.
Come on, we have to go. Come on, it's water. You know water.
I'll grab Tonk and Clary and start dragging them as well.
Smoke thinks about splashing water on them. Get them back from previous
Payback
times.
time.
At this point, you're about 40 feet away from this other stone entrance. You turn and start walking towards it. The cockatrice is still peeking around every now and then, watching you, going back to pecking.
And they've been able to move past the fountain now?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yep, so you're about 10 feet further on from the fountain. Everyone who
occasionally
failed,
turning my
make a
head
wisdom
back.
save.
Look at suspicion.
Just everyone who failed.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Oh,
everyone
sorry.
failed? Alright.
Fortunately.
Wait.
12.
17.
5.
Yay, but plus 5 wisdom saving throws.
Oh, yeah, 5.
So you all keep moving, but Ruse just turns and starts walking back towards the fountain.
Well, this is Raz.
Right, sorry.
Yeah.
I just
I just don't even say anything. I just grab him and keep dragging.
If you want a drink, just ask me for a drink. I'm a very giving person.
I mean,
Something is fishy about that fountain.
Yes, there's 2 of them. They are stone. Unless they were not stone before, maybe the Medusa turned them to stone.
I don't know. They don't look like real fish.
It's a theory.
With your passive investigation so high, you notice that as Raz turned to walk back towards the fountain, the cockatrices seem to be paying a lot more attention. They sort of cock their heads and they're watching him now.
Buddy, have attracted the attention of the bird things.
But they don't want to hurt me necessarily.
Have you rolled an inside check to check that? You come up and I'll help Kip grab a hold of him and turn him around. And
Any compulsion to stop them this time?
No.
Alright.
and
I'm just going to keep rolling wisdom saves, aren't I?
if he's finally walked away, I'll get Tonk and turn him around as well.
Tonk was
I'm fine.
waiting.
Oh, you did fine.
Yeah, I'm fine as well.
So, yep, you walk him. You get about 20 feet away. Everyone that failed originally make another wisdom save.
Everyone who failed originally?
Originally.
Okay. 11.
Fuck off from using a luck point. Hey! Finally, dirty 20.
Yep, so as you're moving Raz away, the other two sort of, as you move past them, stop and turn and walk back towards the fountain.
I grabbed them both in the dragon.
It looks cold and refreshing.
Now you see the heads of about 6 different cockatrices pop up and start watching them very slowly start moving.
Is this like a Untitled Goose Game? Yeah.
They do have a knife in their mouths.
Can we?
Rake and Lake? Are we going there?
Bird party!
Like, it's probably been a very short time from going towards. Oh, I can't do it anyway. I've already done it today. Never mind. I was gonna,
Let me try something. I'm gonna undo my headband and just, Clary, I hope you don't mind. And I'll just blindfold her.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I wasn't gonna do it to the cranky old duck.
you would be dead.
Just
Yeah, don't
now, try.
If you can't look at it,
I'm just gonna guide you. But you keep looking at that fountain and you're attracting the attention of them chickens.
That's a good idea. Tonk, what about your flying scarf? Put it around your eyes.
Dun, 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 dun.
Nah, I'm cool. I'm in the fountain, bros. Don't worry about it.
I feel like at this point I'm feeling slightly struggling against suddenly having a blindfold on.
I just want to see if this works.
Does it work?
Well, you can't see the fountain and you don't know. They're telling you to leave and you're like, okay.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
Oh.
Please someone guide me.
Yeah, no, I've been guiding you. I'm just gonna leave you.
He's just like, go
No,
forward.
I can't do that either. Never mind.
I'm just
Just like a little bit. You won't hit a tree.
Smoke stands at the rear of the party, ready to speak with animals if necessary.
So near the entrance to the cave or near the entrance to this garden?
Like, are you close to the fountain or to the cave? Or the second cave?
The second one.
Yeah,
Where
to the cave, into the darkness from what you can see?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so you turn around and start walking back. At 30 feet, everyone that failed, make a wisdom save.
Can I cast a cantrip of friends to try and convince them to fight it and do what I say instead of whatever this thing says?
Friends basically makes them consider you a friend, so I'd say that's probably doesn't work on actual friends.
But it gives me advantage on charisma checks against them. So I can try and persuade them to find magic, I guess.
It's a magical effect, so probably not for this.
Alright, never mind. It was an idea.
17.
17.
16.
Hey, Sam.
So you keep walking forward. The cockatrices are very intently watching.
Do they look like aggressively watching or cautiously or just
Curious, probably more than anything at this point.
that gives me the least amount of information?
So you get to the cave entrance where Smoke's waiting. It's fairly dark inside, but there is a bit of a glow coming from within. You
Have they
step-
still got the blindfold on?
I mean, it's worked so far.
But also the people of vision are fine too, so.
It's worked so far.
You step over into the cave. Everyone that failed, make one more wisdom save for me.
God damn it. Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, I'm good. 19.
Hey,
Dirty 20. I had to use another luck point.
So everyone steps into the cave, and Tonk turns to move back, and all of a sudden you see this deafening clucking coming from the garden.
Do I have the opportunity to
meat or them?
From the cockatrices throughout the garden.
Yeah, clucking, not quacking.
So,
Well,
A quack back.
I'm gonna pull the headband off now that we're at the cave.
Yeah.
Ruffle my feathers.
Probably better.
Did you really need to do that?
I mean, it worked.
are they all around the fountain, roughly?
They're in the gardens around the fountain.
Are there any that are sort of grouped?
No, they were picking their way through.
Are they working their way towards us?
With your passive investigation, you almost think this would be an alarm system of sorts.
Yeah. Okay.
But on the flip side, the louder that they cluck, the more that our footsteps will be obscured, the sound.
And
Yes, when the alarm goes off, no one hears your footsteps anymore.
until the Medusa that you're looking for starts coming up this cave.
Wait a minute.
I'm going to draw my
Shields off.
rapier. I'm going to cast Mage Hand and then draw my hand crossbow.
Yeah.
No. I'm holding it. Yeah, it's a reload system actually.
Nice.
So do I just have to walk back? Am I just walking back?
As soon as they start clucking loudly and screeching, you just feel something snap and you don't feel the compulsion to go back anymore.
Okay.
I feel like we have set off an alarm here, people, and we should prepare for the situation.
Can we see into the next room, or is it all dark?
So what you see is a corridor that's fairly dark. A slight bluish glow coming from further within where it looks like the stonework opens to a natural cave formation. To your right, you see another stone door and a very light green glow coming from inside, and to your left you see what can only be described as moonlight in another door to another small room.
Ooh, ominous.
We have
smell
some
good.
decisions to make.
I want to go for the moon door.
I think we made a decision.
That was
moon room.
right.
I mean, I don't know if you have watched Game of Thrones, but the moon door is not a great thing.
Isn't that play that was in the Baldur's Gate like 2 years ago?
But let's go to the moon door then. Please.
All right then.
Yeah, so it's only about 15 feet up the corridor, so you move forward and duck inside. Above you there seems to be what looks like a slowly spinning half dome of moonlight, and inside are a lot of plants that seem to be growing underneath it. It seems basically just like a large atrium
Any smells reminiscent of the corridor?
of the corridor. Lots of very organic smells, a lot of different plants growing, a lot of rotted vegetation smells in here, especially being growing under moonlight, a lot of...
Things in as well.
Yeah.
If I smell these flowers, maybe I'll go back.
Please don't.
But you want to leave us?
I'm still convinced this is probably a dream.
I will hit you on the head with the shield if you want to.
The shield or the fist?
The shield.
I mean,
if you want a sacred flame, I could do that as well, but...
We are about to fight the Medusa. Let us not fight each other. Come on. Very convincing.
Given
You have a
Smoke's,
point.
given Smoke's knowledge of all things plants and forest space, would he be able to ascertain anything more about these, the nature that he's been faced with and any potential properties that they might have?
You've never really seen these specific plants before, but you've seen plants like them. The fact they're growing under moonlight is very unusual, and the fact it's a magical moonlight inside tells you it's probably they've got magical properties used in alchemy. But you probably would have gathered that from the large alchemy garden outside as well. Roll an insight check.
17.
17. From what you can gather, it's alchemy ingredients to be used on self. So some sort of potions being made that affects the self when used. Who's where in the room? So it's a fairly large square room made of stone with the moon glow overhead and rows of plants.
I'll stay by the door listening out. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking I'd probably stay by the door so I can make a quick exit if necessary.
I'm in the middle.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm
I want
mostly
to look at everything.
I don't think I'm in the room. I'll probably be like outside. I'd probably be outside the room.
In the corridor.
Yeah, still in the corridor.
Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Yeah.
60 feet.
Roll a perception check for me.
Sure. That one.
What a great lookout.
Still a dream. I'm sure this is a dream.
All right, so you don't really notice anything. You're just kind of looking around, looking up at the ceiling. With a natural 1 on its stealth check.
I'm about to say they look like a one from here.
Does it go for a model?
Well, yeah, they get the modifiers.
The soft sound of plants being crushed onto something very heavy, and a slight slithering.
I'm gonna roll a dice for Kip's knowledge.
Oh no.
Okay. He's going to look in that direction.
Oh boy.
You see the head of a very, very big snake making its way up the corridor towards you. Its head is probably bigger than you are.
I'm gonna look back to the guys and go, I found a,
Takes 6 seconds.
Get that on.
is that what you're looking for?
I don't know what I am looking for, and I cannot see down that corridor.
If it is, I'm not looking at it.
Maybe I can shine light on it, but it's
I'm gonna walk back to the light. There's a big ass snake. Like, head bigger than me, big ass snake.
That's a big head.
How big?
Inside
Yeah.
Did I say how big's the doorway?
Well, then it's not the exact
It
snake.
would squeeze in here, but it would be a tight fit.
It could probably fit, but very barely.
Yeah.
unless we shut the
It's an
door.
open stone.
Ah, damn it.
That's still
You
a
saw the
bottleneck.
size of this, you think if it was a wooden door, it'd probably just break straight through.
Yeah, a door ain't gonna help.
Well, at least bottleneck it. Come on, get inside.
Yeah, get in the room.
Or,
How wide was the
is
corridor?
there any way for us to
corridor's about 15
hide
foot across.
from it?
It obviously knows we're here.
Yeah. Yeah, the
If it's coming up the corridor.
Actually, yeah, are there any potential places to hide from it?
There are some clusters of large plants throughout the room you could potentially hide behind.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
If you're inside the room, you've broken my
Roll
side.
a nature check for me.
Ooh. 18.
You know it's much more important to stay still than to be physically hidden.
Guys, we need to stay still. It senses
Why?
movement.
Why would you make it harder for yourself?
Because nature man said so, idiot.
Actually, I'm just sort of gonna like run. When I go in the room, I'm just gonna move about 10 feet to the side and just lean against the wall, but have my back foot down so I'm ready to move if need be, and just that way I don't have to like,
Yeah, I'm, like, right
strain
next to
to
the
stay
door.
still. I can just use the wall to balance.
You know, that's smarter.
So you're just inside the door.
I'm just inside the door, shield like towards the door, just kind of trying to stay still.
You're to the left wall pressed against it.
Yep.
Where's everyone else?
In the middle.
Yep, standing still.
I'm gonna be crouched against the wall, like probably the opposite end of the wall, end of the room rather.
Yep.
I'll just take a step back from the door. So it's like
So it's like
inside,
the other side
inside the
with
room
Clara?
by like 5 feet.
And smoke.
In the fetal position
Where?
on the floor. To the right.
Yep.
Trying to take a quick nap.
Maybe. How many minutes do I get in?
A cat nap, one might say.
The fetal position is the least.
Can we hear
aggressive
it before it gets to the doorway?
Yeah, you can hear a very heavy slithering sound moving up the corridor.
Well, if it gets too close, I'm gonna close my eyes.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got my shield up so that I can't see it coming in.
You close your eyes. You hear the slithering continue past the door. You hear out in the garden the cockatrices carrying on a bit. You hear one squawk very loudly. Then it goes quiet for a minute and you hear the slithering coming back. And then it enters the room. You can feel the vibrations in the floor as this huge beast pushes its way through the stone door and starts slithering around the room. It seems to go fairly straight ahead. You can feel it almost brush past you as you're standing still with your eyes closed. You hear a sound of hissing in the air, and then it slowly retreats back, and you hear it disappear down the corridor again. After about 30 seconds, it's silent again, other than the cockatrices starting to cluck a little bit outside.
I think we found the door, man.
It's a door snake.
I'm really glad I can
Did you
hold
just
my breath.
assume it's race?
I assumed it's creature type because it is a snake. And also I have a door snake back at the orphanage. Remember, we put it in front of the door.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That was the joke, but anyway.
It's been a long time.
Since you've had doors.
No, since I had a door.
How many doors on a ship are there?
Not in a fishing boat.
Fair.
Actually, with your passive investigation, the other thing you did notice was the clucking that you could hear from the corridor. When you were listening, it was coming from both sides, both the garden and what's ahead. So you would assume there's more cockatrices ahead.
Does anybody have a spell that can make birds shut the fuck up?
Yeah, I call it fist.
Yeah, 5 out.
It didn't work on Tonk as a child, so why would it work on these ones?
I could attempt animal friendship.
Does it work on lots of them?
And is that thing really considered a mammal?
Yes. How many cockatrices were there?
Well, you saw 5 or 6 outside.
Nope, I'm out.
And are they considered animals?
They are considered small monstrosities.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
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 It's
thinking
not
about the
small
origin.
monstrosity friendship.
And their HP?
Low. 16,000.
What's their favourite colour?
Green.
Smoke,
Okay.
in this
Same.
room. Sorry. Yeah. Smoke, is there anything in this room that's useful? In the plants?
Do I notice anything?
With
Do I know
your
anything
investigation before, nothing that you know enough about. You know about nature, but not about alchemy or its exact uses.
Can I do an Arcana look?
Yeah.
15?
A lot of the plants are doing strange things like glowing, something definitely magical. Some of them move a little bit when you get near them, but nothing that you know what it is.
Should we move to the next room?
Eat this one.
I'm not going to eat it. I saw That's what I want to do, smelling flowers. I'm not
Definitely
eating it.
know that it does a good thing.
Alright, well I will identify it then. With a ritual identifier.
Deception is like 21.
Yeah. Then I'll ritually identify it. What do I get?
What are you pointing at?
The glowing one.
The glowing one?
You said one glows, didn't you?
There is, some small blue glowing flowers.
Yeah,
that are
The
creeping up the wall. That
blue
look like
glowing
bluebells.
flowers?
This can only go
I'll
well,
pick
right?
one and I'll ritually identify it.
Yep. So that takes 10 minutes.
10
I believe.
minutes.
Can we do it while we walk?
Yes. I can hold it and move to the next room, I guess.
Yep. So are you taking any precautions as you move back out into the corridor?
Well, I'll be walking very slowly because I'll be staring at a flower.
Who here can see in the dark?
And I'll be walking to him to
I
snap it out of his hand if he actually tries to eat it.
Yeah.
Shall we go up front?
Lady.
We're going to go up front because we have dark vision. So.
I can cast light, but I don't want to attract any unwanted attention.
Accurate.
Smoke will stay towards the rear to keep an ear out for the snake.
Yep.
Just in case it potentially is on patrol.
Alright, so you head out into the corridor. Are you heading across the other room or towards the chasm to your left?
Well, the snake went left, yeah?
Back towards the larger chasm.
I suggest we go straight ahead.
So do I.
Agreed.
So this is where the light green glow is coming from, through another stone corridor. You walk in to see a lot of small potted plants in here. Far more sparse in the gardens, and a large setup of alchemy equipment, a lot of glassware. You see something brewing, slowly dripping into a beaker below it.
A clan lab.
A
Is
what?
it somewhat
Drug
reminiscent?
lab.
Is it somewhat reminiscent of the garden shed back at the orphanage?
Not really.
Okay.
More of a traditional alchemist lab.
Is there anything I could recognize or identify? It's magic lookings.
Are you casting a spell or just doing like
No,
a check?
just looking around, doing my magic knowledge. I only have spells that make things blow up, so save those.
As you should.
There is the thing that stands out to you is there is a leather toned book bound with leather straps sitting next to the bench, on the bench next to the alchemy equipment.
I'll grab that.
Oh, let's have a look at
Have a
that.
bit of a flick through.
So as you pick it up, you recognise it immediately as there's a spell cast to keep it protected.
I should have tapped it with my stick first.
You-
Probably too mixed up. So there's a spell just keeping it closed.
Yes.
Okay, I'll pocket it for now, I guess, in my little bag.
Yep.
I can always cast a ritual to detect magic. So
Well,
if I want to
we're
find out
not-
what type of things, but we
We're
can
gonna take
find
some
out
time.
later.
You can do that.
Unless you can just
Given that
spell it.
you're checking out the flower, I might go ahead and detect magic. Use that a ritual to find out what kind, at least the nature of the magic, so we can figure out how to dispel it later.
While they're doing this, I'm going to just search the room.
Roll investigation for me if you're searching.
I'm with him.
Okay.
So who's got the expertise?
Oh, I'll help him.
Specialist?
Yeah,
so
I'll
it's-
help him.
So
Investigation.
with advantage.
Not gonna lie, I don't have.
I can't assist you right now.
Anyone.
Concentrating on something else.
That's better. Intro, yeah. 19.
19. So lots of, same as the last room, magical plants. Strange properties that do weird things. They let off slight hums as you get near them.
Ooh.
What you do notice, though, is around the alchemy equipment, under the table more specifically, overgrown now with plants, you notice some bits of stone. And as you look closer, they seem to be alchemy equipment that has been turned to stone. A lot of them are shattered and broken.
Weird.
What is weird?
Oh, just
We found some rocks.
to the,
I will,
Well, it's-
I will try to help you in a moment.
it wasn't always rocks. It was once alchemy equipment. It's just been turned to stone somehow.
That one.
I thought Medusa's only 10 people to stone.
Well, once I've finished with
what
my
I thought.
magic, it has a radius of, I think, 30 feet and lasts up to...
10 minutes.
Again, 10 minutes, so I can also have a look at that afterwards as well.
Ritual 10 minutes or 1 minute for detect magic?
Oh, hang on.
I think it's 10 minutes. Same
Yeah,
as
10
before.
minutes, yeah.
Okay. So we've got a bit of time before those will kick in.
Yeah.
So this, you said there's a potion brewing now.
Yeah, you can see something very slowly dripping one drip at a time into a beaker.
Is there any plant that looks like completely non-magical?
A few of them do.
Can I just pluck a leaf off that and hold it under the drippy thing?
Yep.
Does it turn to stone?
No. Hits it and it sort of rolls like a raindrop off into the beaker.
Oh, that was my theory.
How far
What if I
away?
get the beaker and just like pour it on the plant?
It rolls off like water drops. It looks like cement almost, and it just bounces off to the ground and rolls and gets absorbed.
How far along does it look like this potion is?
Well,
For the
things like
complete
this
untrained eye.
specific bottle, if it was to be full, probably a fifth of the way. You'd think it would probably take at least the rest of the day to get
It's
there.
empty now.
That was a fifth of the way.
You stuffed up our timelines.
I imagine whatever was making that may come back to check on it.
That's a very good point.
Hopefully not in the next 10 minutes.
But given that it's been left partially complete and it was only that far done.
Well, I mean, you're hunting the Medusa, right? So if the Medusa is the one making the things, then she's gonna come back, then
That's right, we will wait here for her.
we have the bait!
Did
A whole
the person
party.
say they specifically saw a Medusa?
I saw them see a Medusa. That doesn't necessarily mean they saw a Medusa. They might have been tricked into seeing a Medusa.
Yeah.
But
I get that.
I saw them see a Medusa.
Yeah.
Or at least a woman with snaky face.
It's also a very strange Medusa that
Snaky hair.
makes people.
Couldn't remember if we just assumed or
Snaky
not.
face.
Yeah.
Lots of snaky faces.
Yeah. Multi-face.
I'd Smoke would like to go around and look for footprints, potentially to see which way Medusa type might enter the room. Which
Yep.
way?
Investigation.
Well, there's only one way in and out.
Could he bar it for survival?
No, never mind.
Yeah, you could go survival if you wanted to.
Alright, that takes it up to a grand total of 9.
Oh, then you're not exactly. You can see it's a fairly well-worn path around the room. Doesn't need a high roll. Basically, it looks like she comes in here, skirts around the left side of the room, looking at the plants, goes back to the right side, and then goes to her alchemy station before leaving directly out the door.
Okay.
Anybody doing anything in the time that's passing?
Not unless I can do another Arcana roll, but to see what the potion is. Has anything changed in this time while we're waiting?
You tip the potion out.
Yeah, but like, does it get hard? Does it sizzle?
Nothing
Does it
seems to
burn?
change.
Nothing. Can I smell it? The vial?
Yeah,
Anything
if
I'd
you wanted to.
recognise or?
It smells like rock, like when you excavate rock, that fresh smell.
So it could be cement.
It smells a lot like that, and it looks a lot like that. But it obviously isn't.
She's bleeding cockatrice.
Alright. But yeah, how big are those pots with the humming plants in them?
Fairly small for those ones. Probably about 3/4 of a foot across, circular, made of clay.
Too big. I was going to snake one, but no. Yeah, too big.
Smash it.
Bunch
There's
of
rupees
lights.
inside.
So you're spinning around with your rapier.
Yeah. Raz has ceased to speak for unknown reasons.
Yeah. Oh, that is so dumb. I should have done that. If I knew how identify worked, we might have been able to figure this out a lot earlier.
That's fine.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
After the 10 minutes from when I started, I'm touching a glowing plant. What do I learn about it?
So no one's doing anything else in that 10
Well, I'm
minutes?
passing to take magic. so-
Yours will trip after mine. 'Cause I
Yeah.
started mine.
Smoke is by the doorway, just on guard.
Roll a
I'll be with
perception
Smoke.
check for me, both of you.
Ooh, much better than last time.
Yeah, indeed.
Sorry, perception?
Yes.
16.
21.
Oh, we'll take that.
You hear very quietly a soft, almost haunting whistling coming from somewhere much further in, and you hear a chorus of hissing that joins it.
You hear that?
Unfortunately, I do.
should probably tell the others. I'll stay here and watch because I can see.
My eyes also work.
So identify.
Nice.
I only get the glowing thing. I don't get anything else.
Yep. So the identify tells you exactly what it does.
Identify gives me, if it's a magic item or some other magic imbued object, I learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement, how many charges it has, if any. I learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If it was created by a spell, I learn which spell created it.
Okay, it wasn't created by a spell.
Sorry, it wasn't.
Wasn't.
No.
It's a
It's a leaf of or a flower of light draw. If you consume it, light cannot be cast on you.
Ah. Very interesting.
But it does absorb the spell.
Okay. I will take a flask or something out of my bag or some sort of container.
A glass
and
jar or
put it in
something.
there. Yeah. Just to lock that away, but I'll let everyone know what it does. So we know what the glowing
If
is.
you learn all its properties, you know it has to be used within 24 hours
Of being
of being plucked.
Okay. So, note that for everyone.
Are there any lights? What's the light situation in this room? Is it?
So it's the alchemy gear itself that's glowing green. And that's sort of casting a light shade across the room. It's not bright, would be considered dim light.
Okay.
Oh, quick question. If someone has cast a light spell on me, and then I take it, will the spell go away?
Yes, it will absorb the light.
Thank you.
So if I cast light on you, it'll go away.
So basically,
Yeah,
if it
but-
casts it on you, it draws it into you and
Yes.
makes it disappear.
Cool.
And anyone can use it.
Do we know what kind of vision this Medusa has?
Oh, hang on. Did
Not-
we do
not
a
standard.
nature check? Didn't
Someone had a history check on
I did. I've got notes
Yeah.
in here somewhere.
Do they
If
roll,
I can
Dark
find
vision.
it.
Oh.
Yeah, it does have dark vision.
do they roll perception rolls for all the snakes too?
Yes.
Just make more work for you.
It's rolling with 20 advantage.
And also that sneaking would be highly ill-advised. That's all I've got. It said it
Yeah,
has very
well,
high perception.
That was
Rolls 80 perception checks. Sneaky's not gonna be good.
most of them with smell.
Perhaps if we just stay still, it will all be okay.
So your detect magic kicks in.
Yeah.
The strongest you sense is from the book. Some sort
Okay.
of protection magic that's
Protection magic.
you sense it would probably be opened by a keyword essentially. You just speak the word to the book and the magic dissipates.
Okay.
Dispel magic spell would get rid of it as well. But it's higher level than you were expecting. It's got a very strong pull to it.
I'll give you a few more level ups and then I'll be able to.
The alchemy gear is radiating healing magic,
Okay.
and a lot of the plants just have very low levels of different types of magic.
What about the one that's been turned into stone?
The flask on the ground,
Yeah.
most of them you don't get anything. There's a couple that you get very, very low levels of recent magic, of transformation.
Transformation magic. Okay.
You said that the alchemy gear was healing magic.
Yes.
Would Clary, would you let us know that?
Yes.
Now,
I assume we're helping each other.
are there any like vials that are already made, like anything that's already
Everything
finished?
that was done was tipped out.
Smoke turns to Tonk. Tonk, how much of this room have you tonked with your stick? Perhaps how much of this room is
Tonk rampage!
I guess I would have tapped the alchemy station in the vial before touching.
Accidentally crack the glass.
But now I'm probably just like speaking the code words into the book.
Yeah.
Well, like just making
Password
guesses.
1,
Snakes are
2,
awesome.
3, 4.
I love stone.
Slytherin.
Does anyone know this Medusa's birthday?
But with a 2 for the T.
X, capital X, underscore Medusa 666 underscore X.
Smoke lets the rest of the party know about the whistling.
Yep.
Beach chick 69.
Not good.
Cockatrice.
Not good.
Fish fountain.
Were we
I
able
don't
to
think you take
pinpoint,
my guesses
like,
seriously.
Abigail.
He's gonna lock me out for 10 minutes.
that laughter was coming from the chasm direction, was it?
Laughter.
The
Whistling.
hissing that we got.
Yeah, it was,
Who's
coming,
He
whistling?
speaks snake, so he knows.
it was coming from beyond the cavern.
Yep.
Down where the snake went.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
It's the air of Slytherin.
Well, yeah, if we've told everybody what we know about the room, my guess as a actually intelligent character is that like she's trying to experiment to use these things, and when it fails, it's like sets her off. She destroys some of the things by accident, much like the Lorien nearly set. You pulled it off of it. Nearly set Tonk to stone by accident. It's more seems to me like a Medusa doesn't have quite control of their powers, or whoever's doing these things doesn't have control over their powers fully. And or if it's cockatrice spit, and that's what she's making this thing out of, it might fuck up. And cockatrice spit sets people in stone. So maybe that's my two theories on it.
Smokers just find a piece of parchment and hopefully something right, and it's just madly taking notes.
So you say there was more vials of potions with healing magic and stuff?
There's the alchemy equipment, but no more vials.
Either way, Kit's right. They're going to come back here if they're at some point. We can either stage an ambush here or look for them further up the corridor. But if we have an idea they're going to come here, we could stage an ambush.
Stake out.
Does Kip? Do you sense that the noise, this awful whistling noise, is getting any closer?
Hold that thought.
Perception?
Your elf is here.
14.
Doesn't seem to be.
No?
Why did you go cross-eyed?
Do you think perhaps they are 8 hours away?
I don't think I need to listen in to think that.
I mean, if we think about it, we could either go for this head on, but then we'd lose the element of surprise, or the fact that we're around a corner.
Not only that, we're in a dark room, and only 3 of us can see.
Not all of us are going to be happy with that situation.
You can't see in the dark. Can you see in the dark or not? You
I can.
Excellent. 3 of us can see.
So nothing changed.
So what you should do is split the party is what I'm hearing.
But the thing is, at least with the acme equipment, we can, then the glowing flowers and stuff, we can still see enough, can't we?
It's low light.
It's low light.
I mean, at the same time, if we wanted to stay somewhere that we could see, there's no reason we can't just go, hey yo, we're over here, and it'll come to us. Like, we just prepare for it, bait it in, like yelling at it, and then we kill it. I don't know. Is that what you're doing, right?
We do lose the element of surprise in that sense.
And also something giant snake.
Are those 2 rooms, are they like adjacent to it? Like, so you've got the corridor and you've got one room and one room?
So when you walk into the corridor, to your left is a door to the moon room, to your right is the door to the alchemy lab, then it goes to an unworked end which opens up into a very large chasm from what you can see.
Yeah,
Okay,
do
would
those
it-
doors line up?
Would it be possible to see into what's happening with the acme room if I was hiding, like, in the moon room?
Yes, the doors are adjacent.
Oh, jeez.
I have
Who
a
wants to play
potential
bait?
idea.
Oh, jeez. We're all ears.
I think I'm reading your mind as to your idea, but
The only thing is it only lasts for a minute, so I need to be very precise as to when I activate this.
I'm trying to draw it down there. Does it make noise?
Pardon?
Does it make noise?
The conjuring of it, I don't think so. But the thing is, if I can draw away its attention without... And of course, sorry. To explain, you know what I did with Lady Vesh? Can you remember the dream? I take it we can remember the dream.
I remember something like that happening and being weirdly okay with it, yeah?
Yes. Well, think about it this way. If I have a duplicate running around, it can't get turned to stone. And if I can draw its attention and its gaze to the duplicate, that will also give you all an extra opportunity, and I stay out of harm's way.
Has anyone got like a big sack that we could just put over its head so it can't look at us?
We all have backpacks, so yes.
I left mine on the ship. I don't know about you, but I left mine on the ship, so...
He's gonna run at it with your eyes closed and hope you get a dagger over its head.
Headbutt.
I mean, I could do it with my
bag
duplicate.
attack with disadvantage.
I have
Bag
quite
racket.
quick feline speed. I could perhaps surprise it and put the bag over its head.
I'm pretty quick myself.
The thing is, if we're attacking it from 2 directions, we probably have a better chance of ambushing it.
I think you're right. If we were in the moon room and we got to convince it that it is in the alchemy room, we can attack a bit with at least around maybe of around at least maybe 6 seconds of
Who is closest to the door at the moment?
you two.
Probably still me, yeah.
Roll a perception check.
A quick question: the alchemy equipment mostly wooden?
No, it's all glass.
Okay.
Oh, that's
But
fine. That's fine.
That's even louder.
the climate in both the rooms is fairly dry, not like super humid.
It's a little bit humid in this room, but not very humid.
There's still plenty of plants
Everything
around.
looks pretty
though.
flammable.
Did you say super humid or super heated?
In fact, almost nothing looks flammable. Being
plants.
green plants.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, I might head over to the moon room and at least kind of get situated there so that I'll actually
we all
finish a
should.
perception check first to make sure that I'm not
Make
walking
a
straight
dex
out.
save for me.
Oh!
Yay!
That is a 22.
You sort of looking down, you don't really notice anything. You're talking back over your shoulder. Just instinctively, you jump back out of the way as you see this chicken thing come in and start pecking at you.
Oh!
Then it stops and looks up at you and squawks.
I found a friend. He's going to move away from it at spitting range.
Just kind of trots
It's
in after
little
you.
scouts. We need to get that in the room and not let it talk to the
Well,
others.
I think I definitely made
Noise.
a friend. Yeah.
Would you call the cockatrice engaged with Kip right now?
Paying attention to him and following him, it doesn't look actively aggressive.
Okay.
But is it within 5 feet?
He'd probably jump back fast enough to not be if you don't want to be.
Yeah, I'm just staying a distance, like trying to keep my distance from it.
Yeah. So you're just kind of walking backwards. It's kind of trotting after you with its 20 feet speed. You can easily outpace it.
Double that.
It's only moving at about 5 feet. It's just very slowly trotting around.
Yeah, I'll just
Every now and
try.
then getting distracted and start pecking at a flower.
These are the door guards. They have one, or not. I didn't say door guard. I meant door guards.
Guards for the door.
Yeah.
This is the alarm system. If this thing goes out and says, "Hey, Snake Boy, they're in here," then we are in trouble.
Alright then. Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I'm hearing
Can if you
shooting.
want.
Huh?
I'm thinking right at this moment that I want to get into the
24.
room before shit goes down so that I can at least then...
The squawking was definitely an alarm. You know these things are stupid. Far too stupid to be guards unless they're magically manipulated. And this one doesn't seem to be. It just seems to be interested and looking for food.
Just dumb bird, bro.
No, I was talking about the chicken.
Pull out like some cooking utensils.
Not feeding.
I mean, I'm not hungry, but I can eat.
Look, if the coast is clear, I think it's best if I get into that room before shit goes down.
Probably.
But
Go on then.
do we all want to be in there and leave this as the
That's
Or-
what I
or
was
do
going
we
to
want to
ask.
split up, or what do we want to do?
How high
Because
are the
I need to be
ceilings?
in the opposite room so I can cast
about
my
20 feet,
duplicate in
yeah.
the other one.
And like both in the same room and corridor? Or 20 feet?
The corridor's a little bit higher. It's about 30 feet. The two rooms are 20 feet. The room with the moon in it is a little bit higher because it does have the
Like a dome.
semi-dome.
Higher than 30.
No, it'll be about 25.
The doorway. What's the walls made out of? Are they sheer
Stone
stone?
arch, yeah.
Yeah, so they're sheer stone. It wouldn't be possible to sort of like just climb and like hold above, sort of like on the top of the doorway with like a bag and then drop down.
The stonework does come out a little bit. You could
Or make like a
potentially try.
contraption, like
Put a
Home
bucket.
Alone
Put a
style.
bucket on the door.
Filled with cockatrice urine.
Well, smoke has
Spit into the bucket, spit into the bucket.
Yeah, because what I'm thinking is you like sit above the doorway and then drop down with a bag over the head.
I have
Stop all that.
a backpack and a bedroll and a bag of holding to use.
Any oil?
Can we put the Medusa in a bag of holding?
I say, it wouldn't be easy considering I couldn't fit in there as a child.
You can set
Wait,
it
you
aside.
tried that?
Oh yeah,
I did that.
Yeah.
If you get her in there, then you can use it against other people.
But then you have a Medusa body hanging out of the bag all the time.
No, she just needs to look
No,
at it.
you
Just
just need
open
to
your
cut it
lid.
off.
We get the whole body in there, guys.
We only need the head.
But yeah, do we all want to go in the same room as Clary, or do you
Or-
want to try and hide on either side? And
Does anyone have
It makes
oil?
more sense to be on the opposite side so then I can cast my
think
duplicate
so.
in the other room.
That's what I'm saying.
I would not
If
have
you're in the moon,
much
but I'm
on
saying if
my
everybody-
backpack, I
if
wouldn't
everybody's in
have.
the moon,
Or if
Then-
otherwise in the moon room, if there's a bit more space in there to combat, then I should stay in the...
because we're more likely to get her to go in the alchemy if one of us is in there. Otherwise, she'd be like, if I fail the one check and she doesn't think your duplicate's something, then she'll just not look. But if there's more of us, it's more likely to get her to come in here.
That's true.
More about keeping you safe.
Alright, so what's everyone doing?
Oil? Anyone oil?
I don't have any oil, sorry.
Also no.
I just want to fill the hallway with oil.
Slip and slide.
Yeah.
And then
No,
light
that's
it
what I
up.
was thinking.
It's definitely for the slickness. If you I think it's just an explorer's pack has oil, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Explorer's Pack doesn't.
With an explorer's pack,
Hang
I can
on.
confirm, don't have it.
I'm thinking of the Monster Hunters pack, maybe.
No, maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
probably. I don't even have a pack with me right now, so.
Nah, that's awful.
Yeah, I don't. I've got the
I was
cleric religious
teleported
pack.
here.
So.
I could also lay a hunting trap. Yeah.
You put a hunting trap down, and it slithers over the hunting trap.
Yeah, it's not a dumb
No
idea.
more stone gaze.
I like that.
In
I like
theory.
that idea.
I like the idea of an ambush, but it's dangerous.
We're fighting Medusa. This is dangerous.
So do we want to try and get a bag over its head so it can't see us?
Yes.
I'll give
So
you.
stupid.
I'll give you my old backpack. It's empty. You can have a bag to use if you want to attempt it.
Also, if we think about it, what I could do is activate my duplicate from the moon room and have it run into the alchemy lab.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought you
yeah.
meant, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we drop down on it.
Alright.
The only thing is that it might look in the other
Yeah.
room because
We-
it saw me
Okay,
run
while
out.
you're discussing this, are you actively watching what the cockatrice is
I
doing?
would be.
It's following you around the room and it's getting closer as you have less and less space to move.
I've just been sort of moving in a circle by this point.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it. I'm over it.
Yep.
I would like to shoot it with my crossbow at the same time.
Roll to hit.
It's going to make a lot of noise.
11.
11. Hits.
Yay.
How much damage do you do?
D10.
Yep.
That's a
12.
3.
3. Do you hit?
No.
I'll sacred flame. If you're going for it, I will just
I've already hit it.
like, also sacred flame it as
Roll a
well.
hit.
Oh no, it's a dex save 13.
Oh, jeez.
Dexy chicken.
It fails.
It fails. Brilliant. So
that's gonna roll
that's
your
a
damage.
D8, isn't it? Let me just double check that. Yeah, D8. And that's a 3.
3.
Is that enough to kill them?
So you both hit it. Puffs of flame. A few of its feathers fly out, and a couple of scales, and it squawks quite loudly and kicks at the floor, and then turns and runs out of the room.
I'm going to throw a knife at it.
Well, now I've got
Hit
someone's
roll to
attention.
hit.
I'm going to use a bonus action to do a Kensai shot to increase damage.
Oh, I'm
Yep.
also
First part of my
using
subclass. That's going to be a 19.
That hits.
So 2d4. That's not in the thing. 4. 2. So that is 10 points of damage.
Yep. Yep.
And yeah, is it dead?
No.
I thorn whipped it.
Yep. Roll a hit.
Cockatrices
I
have,
like by us calling it chicken, we confused ourselves that this is a small item. Like,
cockatrices have more health than I remember them having.
It looks like a chicken.
I do a grand total of 1 point of damage.
Wow.
And it gets
But I
failed 10
also
feet
pull
towards
it.
you.
I also pull it 10 feet closer.
okay. Well, if everybody else has attacked it, I'll also throw a dagger at it.
Yep. Roll a
But
hit.
I'll throw the boomerang at it.
I'm going to reload my crossbow.
What is that?
What's going on?
13.
13 plus
That hits.
boomerang, so 18. So just a d4 plus 3, so 6.
So you all just pummel it, ripping it back. It just starts screaming, and you hear clucking coming from down the corridor, building and building.
I hand.
You see its flesh torn away. One of its wings is pulled off.
Oh,
Smoke, have you got a backpack?
I do.
Do we want to set up a
I think we need
thing
to set
that
up
right
now.
you have,
You got an empty one. I got an empty one. He's got one. We're both going to try it
okay.
in case one of us
Oh.
misses.
What's that, sorry? I missed that.
He's making a
You'll find
con
out.
save.
Oh, because the cockatrice is nearby, it's spitting at him.
16.
The cockatrice, as it pulls in, sort of with its last leg, sort of flaps towards you and just bites into your foot. You can feel it going a bit stony, but it just passes.
I punt it. I run up and socket
One
kick it.
remaining
hit point, you kill it.
Alright, I'd say we've made ample
very
sound in here.
agitated clucking coming from ahead, and a very loud hiss from
Oh,
further
yes.
ahead.
Smoke goes up. Smoker's got a backpack.
Shit, I need to get out of this.
Yeah, I'm done.
Now.
I'm done.
Okay,
in the room.
I'm
One
gonna have to
time.
try and sneak into the other room. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to.
Yep. If you want to roll a stealth, you can find out.
Yeah, let's roll stealth. Let's find out. Okay.
Where did you punt the cockatrice?
Just out into the
Do you have
hallway.
the ability to give yourself advantage still, or
I
have you got-
can't.
I've got it here.
He's got it.
I can give it to someone else, but I can't give it to myself, unfortunately. Blessing of the Tree Star. Okay, that's actually not too bad.
One
So
of them's
I
about
have
What's your bonus?
plus 3, so I have 13, 18, and 20.
Yep.
Total of 16 to 23.
You
Yeah.
sort of just peek out of the room. You can hear the cockatrices coming ahead, sort of frantically clucking. You
Yeah.
dash across and you're pretty sure you're unseen.
Alright, and I'm just gonna sort of peek out from behind the stone wall and just keep an eye out for anything coming down the corridor.
Yep. You see a couple of the cockatrices starting to trot down. Mm-hmm. What's everyone else doing?
Well, if the buffer is going across the room, and that's all I am as well, I'll dash across as well to try and join her.
Yep.
Yeah, I would try and go to the other room, and I want to grab the corpse of the done chicken on the way through.
Lowest... Oh, sorry, I'll give you all three. 18, 21, and 22.
Yep. You dash across. Once again, you see a couple of these cockatrices moving towards you.
But yeah, I'll just bunker down next to her and try and hide.
Yep.
So you're going above the door, right?
I am.
I'll be to the side, so if you miss, I can make an attempt as well.
Cool.
I think I have better odds hiding out in this room.
What's Tom doing?
I'm just going to go and grab that chicken corpse.
Are you going to the moon room or staying in the alchemy room?
Yeah, I'll go to the moon room and grab it on the way through.
Yeah, are you trying to stealth?
No.
Yeah, you just sort of pick it up, walk around, you see a couple of cockatrices coming towards you, you realise there's not much need to stealth.
Flip them off.
One big fella.
Flip them off in their own language.
Alright, so now 3 of you in the moon room, 3 of you in the other room.
Yeah.
We split
Sounds right.
Can
Oh,
I?
not fully.
We did.
Just as a minor thing, can I retrieve my dagger from that chick on the way through?
Yes.
Good.
It would walk back to you otherwise. It'll be awkward.
So
That's
if,
true. There was the boomerang.
if
got
a
mine as
spit
well?
of these things turns stuff to stone, is it inconceivable to quickly cut out its spit sack? Would I know enough about?
You wouldn't be able to that easily.
That's like a nature check with some time on your hands.
I'm
just going to keep it handy. I'm going to
The
throw it at
drums of
something.
war.
So you hear the cockatrices screeching from them, then you hear them fall silent. And you hear a very loud slithering, this time much faster, coming towards you.
Is it
Everyone
the
roll
snake?
initiative.
Is it the snake or is it the Medusa?
Very still.
Yeah, we're held at holding action to cover the head, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
You are now.
Okay,
I
when I
wouldn't
hear
know.
that, is it possible to, as soon as I hear that, be able to cast Invoke Duplicity before initiative? Any chance?
That would be your
Something.
action in initiative, but from this, what you can hear, you think you've got a round before it gets to you.
Oh, I've got a round before it gets to us? Okay,
Alright, so
good.
initiative,
In theory.
order.
23.
Start that end, go around. Makes it easy.
18.
18.
Rather than us all yelling numbers.
16. Oh my god, please
5.
have sequential.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh,
I'm the buffer and I'm last. That one.
9. Which isn't great if I want to be the diversion.
And smoke.
12.
Ooh.
That's not bad. We still have actions held and then you run across, but
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so
we did all discuss our plan before.
moon room or alchemy room?
I'm in the alchemy room against the doorway with the bag held, ready to just cover a Medusa
That's
head.
right. I just need to know the room so I can separate the parties. Good job, by the way. Thank you. Raz,
Same room as him.
alchemy.
In like that corner.
Tonk, alchemy as well. No, you went
No,
across
you
the
went
moon room. Smoke
Alchemy.
and Clarion Ruse are moon room.
Yeah.
Correct.
Quick question.
Yes.
Does this slithering sound similar to the one that we heard a second ago with like
similar.
the giant snake?
Very similar indeed.
Right. So, oh
Shit.
god.
We're going to try to put a bag
Very
over the snake.
Still.
Potentially.
Kip, you're up.
So I would notice that I would recognize the sound that it's a big one.
Yes.
Not something smaller.
Oh yes, it's very big.
I just put the bag on my back and go and draw my knife and I just hold still, held action, ready to just attack the shit out of this thing if it decides to attack me.
Raz,
Can I be under a table?
you can be under the alchemy table.
And I will cast Mage Hand as well.
Bit of a hangover from the dungeon, eh?
Works so well.
Crossbow ready, mage hand, ready to reload.
Yep. And rapier in the spare hand.
Yep. Anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
Tonk.
Get out the table.
Might be safer under it, really.
Get out the table, not under the table.
Let's move into the hallway.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Down. And just go Agnesar Scorcher straight down the hallway.
Yep.
Which is a dex save from Big Snaky Boy.
Yep.
As long as he's, I think he's like 30 feet away.
Yes.
Anyway. Otherwise, I'll move towards his direction too.
You probably have to move about 10 feet forward.
Yeah, so I'll do that.
Yep.
Does it even have space to go either side of it? How big is Agnazar's
I mean, it's not far until it goes into the main chamber, so it's got space around it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Agnazar's 5 feet and the corridor's 15.
Okay, yeah.
So dex save of DC
6,000 dex save.
so it takes
Ooh, that's good.
11 points of damage.
Yep.
And I've already got my wild magic if you need a surge for that. I already used Ice Chaos last thing, so
Was that in the dream or?
No, it was before the dream was.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's a 13.
13
Great. All snakes are friendly in the area.
It's confusion on myself.
Excellent.
Which causes disadvantage on attack rolls.
That's a different page.
You got your D10 to determine action.
Alright, so what does your fire magic look like?
It's just hands forward, Kamehameha, it's a big line of fire, just filling the bloody hallway, 5 feet down the centre, and then obviously flick it down.
How far does it go?
30 feet,
Yeah,
30 by 5. Just,
You cast it and it just hits this giant snake in the face, and you see it singe a couple of the scales.
there's some
not
cockatrice
vegetation.
casualties in there.
Make a straight line, unfortunately not because they got out of the way of the snake.
I believe
Spell cast on yourself.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a save, I believe.
An affected target can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of each of its turn to determine its behaviour.
So at the start, you next
We'll
turn.
get that ready.
Yeah.
In the meantime, what's Smoke doing?
Okay, Smoke is gonna cast Spike Growth
Yep.
in that the central area.
So between the two.
Yes, between the two.
Yep.
And so the ground's in a 20-foot radius, centered on a point which will be in the middle. Twists and sprouts hard spikes and thorns. It becomes difficult terrain for the duration. Creature moves into or within the area, takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. Any creature that can't see the area at the time it's cast makes a wisdom check against DC to recognize the
long is
terrain
it?
as hazardous. 10 minutes.
Oh boy.
It's an excellent spell.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So you cast Spike Growth. Tonk's kind of in the middle at the moment. He is caught in the middle of it.
You fly?
Would he see
Did you say
that?
flying?
No.
Don't know what I'm doing yet.
Roll a wisdom save. What's your DC? 13?
13, yes.
Spike growth. 90.
So you notice that the ground just suddenly has changed and the ground is all jagged and broken.
Oh, I'm confused.
Wonder where the snake is. Wonder where the snake is. Wonder if the snake saw it.
I bet you do.
Didn't ask you.
Would you like to know where the ball?
Can I roll for that?
You won't need to. Roll 2d4
Well, he is rolling for that.
and make a dex save for me.
Good with that one, I think.
Okay, 2d4
Yep.
4 and a dex save.
You don't need a dex save.
Oh,
That's a Tom's his dex save. What was it?
10.
10. As you look down the corridor, the snake seems to have noticed something on the ground and it sort of lunges forward a bit, rears up with its body and comes slamming down into the middle, hitting you and knocking you to the side for 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Knocking you into the... How do I find that? Alchemy room.
Oh. Hey, friend.
Who are you? What's going on?
Bird friend.
Who stole my false teeth?
You sure you already didn't have confusion? Just
No guarantees.
Alright.
I was yelling at youth, but now I don't know which youth.
is it a young snake?
As it knocks you in there, it turns to look into the room. And then it is Chloe's turn. So you see this giant snake blocking the corridor, looking into the opposite room.
The thing is, do I want to waste my roll to
I mean, our intention of using it was to get its attention in the alchemy room. I'd say its attention is in the alchemy
I don't
room.
know if this is a Medusa though.
It's
think you know it's a snake.
Yeah.
I know,
It's a
I think it's a snake.
Big
And
snake.
have we looked at it? Has anything happened? I don't think.
No and no.
If it's the same one as last time, Kip was looking at it the entire time.
Yeah, in which case I'm just actually going to,
It's in the door.
He didn't know about the whole.
on a scale of 1 to how much HP are you at, how are you feeling, Tong?
I don't know. I'm confused.
You know what? Given that I just saw Tom get hit, I'm gonna cast Healing Word.
Yep.
So
You're my mommy.
Healing Word.
Congratulations.
It's 1d4 plus 3. So you gain back 6 health points.
Didn't you really lose 4?
Yep.
Yeah, so you're back up to full health.
Alright, doing anything else?
Right now I'm just still staying hidden and trying to be as still as possible not to attract its attention apart from... And I'm pretty sure Healing Word's only verbal, so I'm just whispering to try and,
Cool. What's Bruce
heal
doing?
up.
Bruce is going to cast Vicious Mockery at the snake.
Yes. Does that have to be in a language you can understand?
I don't think so. You can see within range. If the target can hear you, it need not understand you. It just has to be able to hear me.
Nice.
It must succeed on a whiz save of, 14.
Oh,
Yep.
I can tell when people making fun of me in a different language.
Yeah.
Fails?
You can tell by the tone.
Okay, if it fails, it's a d4 psychic damage, which is just 1.
Yep.
But it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Yep. Cool.
That's all I was trying to do.
Alright, so while you're quietly trying to stay hidden in the room, Ruse starts coming up.
Well, great.
And we'll find out what happens for it next round, but for now it's back to Kid.
And I do that.
So,
There's a very large head sticking into the door just the front of the nose.
punch it in the face.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
I'm gonna punch it in the face.
Yep.
You are getting headbutt by a giant snake, my friend.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't successfully punch it in the face with an 8,
No, he did not. I mean, it's probably hard hanging by the door to swing and punch and hit.
but I will use, being that I use a unarmed strike on my attack action, and I'm holding my Kensai weapon, my AC goes up by 2.
Yep.
So I've got 19 AC now, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to try and punch it again.
Nice.
16 to hit.
That will.
Excellent. That is 7 points of damage. Of boot. Solid boot damage.
Yep.
This is not the kind of boot we want to give listeners. But here we are.
It's a big snake. I need to compensate and boot it a little bit harder.
From under the table, you see this giant snake head push through the door.
Well, I mean, you gave me a great idea before. I'm gonna palm off the hand crossbow to the mage hand and command that to fire from across the room.
Yep. Can't reload that.
Oh, I can do that. 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yay. Would you call it engaged with Lahangy boy over here?
No.
Damn it.
Well, you're next to it punching it.
But he hasn't even paid any attention yet.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, so that is like 3 points of piercing damage.
3. Yep. And Doc.
D10, sorry, I'll bring it up.
Oh no.
Here we go.
9.
Nice.
No, that I get to do what I want on 9.
Yeah, nice. Good.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Sorry.
And I will
Bring it up.
Eldritch Blast.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can act as a normal.
and I'll use Tides of Chaos to get advantage on that.
Nice.
Ooh, which I needed.
Yes.
Gives me 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
D10. There you go.
And it's a 4. 4 points of damage. Mm-hmm. Then where am I now? I want to
In the up into the alchemy lab.
Yeah, wherever I am, I want to move as far away from the snake as
You
possible.
could get to the back of the room.
Yeah, so I'll move to the back of the room.
Oh, hey, bird, buddy.
Flying or walking.
Well, I'll move my full speed if I need to fly a little bit. So,
Do you have to do something?
yeah, then I do a wisdom save. Break confusion.
Yep.
Oh, I guess it's my DC?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We'll go with that.
Too bad.
Yes, that's 20.
Yep. You felt confused for a second, snapped out of it, got back to fighting.
Take a moment now.
It was solid.
Okay, I'm gonna guiding bolt. I'm gonna direct a guiding bolt at its. Wait a minute, this is gonna sound. Snakes have ears.
I believe so.
It hurt me, so yes.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a guiding bolt directed towards its ears in an attempt to deafen it.
So you're going for a targeted shot. At a year?
They have ears, but they don't rely on them as much as everything else.
Well,
If you target
Especially
shot, you roll
vibration.
at disadvantage.
It's not their primary sense.
I'll get himself up with a high DC.
I'll guiding bolt at its head and hope I get like
wait, which room are you in?
He's in the alchemy room.
Oh, you're in the other room. Okay, good.
Alright.
You're literally hanging above it.
Oh,
Yeah, he's going straight down.
Like,
You miss the bloody bolt from there.
Unnatural 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
nice.
Cool. 46.
Damn.
Do you have enough or?
I just have
He's a lot of damage.
It is.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
14 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
Next attack with advantage.
Yep.
And that's a ranged spell, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Wait, so the next attack against it is at advantage?
Yes.
With advantage, and doesn't he have, because of Vicious Mockery, disadvantage on its
It's on
next
its
attack?
next attack.
We primed it to win, but we also need to still keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. So with and for my movement, I'm just going to climb. No, I will climb down and attempt to get as far away from it as possible.
Man, this is a real crowded corner suddenly.
The other corner.
All right.
The room is round.
Make a dex save with disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yep.
Alright. That's a nat 20. That's a nat 2. So 8.
Quite the spectrum.
So it crashes into the roof above you, knocking you from your perch.
Oh, I was on the ground.
I thought you were saying you're hanging above it trying to hit it.
No,
Like smoke was.
Smoke was. I was on the ground and I was, just reaching around the corner to punch it.
Are you still above it?
He moved away, yeah. Because I don't have a climb speed,
Okay.
so.
You could have taken a reaction to go for him, but you didn't, so you can't now.
Yeah,
In
sorry.
that case, instead of
Sorry about
smashing into the wall, it wraps around into the wall.
Yep.
So then roll your damage because it moves in a little bit, 2d4.
Oh, yeah.
5.
Oh yeah, he's got to keep moving over that with his long body.
That
Does,
is
yes.
great.
Yeah. That's,
Brilliant move,
that's why I
yeah.
asked like 10 minutes ago, how long is it?
Yeah.
If I don't make it through this, remember that one thing that I did.
You did it very well.
Done the
It's
most
alright.
so far.
I won't. I'll be dead first.
So it slams you into the wall, and you sort of it moves back and you bounce back, and it wraps itself around you, doing 19 points of damage. And you are currently grappled, and you are restrained.
Yep.
And then it is to Cleric.
That was a really lucky night.
Oh, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Kip because he's not doing so great right now.
It basically crushes me, and you see like the anime just blood spray.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm
did
just
you even
like-
see him at this point?
Well, I'm like, can I
You
see
hear
it?
a.
No, he's been slammed to the wall and then constricted inside the other room.
Wait, hang on. Let me just
In
double
word.
check.
Yeah. Does it require line of sight?
I think it's just.
No, I have to be able to.
Which you have to move through spike growth to get there.
Yeah.
However, no, but
You guys
that
got
at least
this.
requires time.
I've been in a similar situation before.
In which case, I think what I'm going to do is I can't cast Healing Word because I can't see you, but you are in range. So I'm going to cast Bless on
The 3 people in
Raz.
danger.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Bless on Raz, Kit, and I think also. Oh, who else? You're doing.
I'm okay.
You're okay. I think top for any saving throws, so you 3 are now blessed for the next minute.
Thank you.
So you've got 1d4.
If you
Go through
pick,
attack roll or saving throws.
if you pick now to cast Fireball on yourself, I swear to God.
Yeah, can they use a card
pick it.
change to do it?
I know.
Sure can't.
You can't pick when he does fireball.
Alright, Ruth.
Alright, I'm down 2 spots.
I'm gonna try something. Take a punt on Tasha's hideous laughter on it to try and get it to go prone.
Does that get advantage?
I don't know yet. Let me have a look.
I think it's a saving throw.
I think
Yeah,
it's
it's a save and it becomes incapacitated.
That's correct.
What's your DC?
14.
So you cast this spell, it seems unaffected.
I tell a great snake joke, but it doesn't like it.
What's the joke?
I don't know. It's just a lot of hissing. I'm pretty sure.
What does it mean? Translate it for us.
It's I just tell them 2 dogs walk into a bar and the barman says, and then after 6 seconds I realise the joke was too long.
All right.
You put it to sleep.
There's a snake in my boat.
Snake in your boat. That's a problem.
That's would be a problem.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say, Kip, there's a snake in your flute.
Who's closest to the door of the moon room? Should be the two of you.
Oh, probably me, because I'm looking out.
What's your AC?
Oh, it's always a nice question.
My AC is not particularly high, 15.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, is that... Okay.
You did say looking out.
Goddamn chicken.
18.
Yep. So you see a flapping bird like over the top of the snake, and it comes into the room and starts pecking at you. And you take 2 points of damage as it pecks you. You can feel it sort of the muscles tense up a bit where it pecks you, but you don't get affected.
Do I lose concentration?
For 2 points, probably not.
Okay, good. So Bless is still up.
Yep.
Excellent.
That's good.
And as this one takes you, see another one flapping to the room behind it.
Oh, what reason to do?
Back
Oh,
to
shit.
Kip. You can make a strength check of 16 to escape.
Strength check.
Yes.
Which does not include bless, does it? Attack rolls and saving throws.
Correct.
Yes.
+1.
Yeah, sorry.
You do not escape. Raz.
Yes. Oh, I'm up, am I? Brilliant. So, not to harp on about the same thing, but would you call it engage now? Yes. Okay, cool. I am going to stab. Yeah, okay. I am going to get the mage hand to reload the crossbow.
Yep.
And then I'm going to come out from under the table with rapier in one hand, crossbow in the other. I would like to shoot at it, and then run forward and try to stab it with the rapier.
Okay, roll a perception check for me before you do that.
Okay. 16.
You notice that there's a small bird-like creature flapping at the corner of the door, coming in.
Cool. Could care less about that.
Feel free not to.
I'm going to shoot and stab this big snake boy.
Yep. So shoot.
Yep. I'm gonna.
Kip's attempting to hold his breath.
Right. Well, that's a 10. To hit.
Hits a scales and deflects off.
Figured. Now try to stab it.
You know you can add Bless to
That's-
attack
yeah,
rolls, so if you want to do that as
right,
D4, I don't know if that'll help.
The 10 goes to 13.
Skins off the scales, then you slide into the next one, underneath its armor.
Cool.
Roll your damage.
Excellent.
Cool.
You take advantage on because of the thingy thing?
Yeah.
It should also have you should
Guiding bolt.
Roll a nat 20, please.
Yeah.
That is about the only thing that would help. Yeah, it turns into like a 17?
No, that doesn't hit.
Yeah.
So weird, the system.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's got immunity to 17.
Such a weird
The number. Yeah.
Legendary action.
14 points of piercing damage.
Oh,
Nice.
yep. There we go.
Yeah. And unfortunately, the stab did not hit on a. Well, let's get it going. Why not? Yeah. It goes up to 11.
It's not hit.
Yeah. Figured that would be the case.
Alright, come.
Okay, so you said there's one little chicken.
You get one flapping through the door.
I feel like we should stop talking about chickens because we're imagining them a lot smaller and less dangerous than they are.
They are quite.
Well, compared to the giant freaking snake,
Cool,
it is.
cassowaries and see how we do it.
Chickens won't be able to get into.
So I'm going to
They are currently trying to.
quick and spell Eldritch Blast
Yep.
at the snake.
Wait, hang on. If the cockatrice is having to come through, has it already taken damage from spike growth?
Flies.
Oh, damn it.
So
I did specifically say they flap into the room.
I cast Spike Growth or just
They're not abyssal chickens.
22 to hit on the
That
snake
will hit.
with a 4 damage. And then I'm going to go magic missile.
Yep.
That's right.
I'll send 2 at the cockatrice and then 1 at the snake. So
Alright, that's great from boss.
snake, cockatrice takes 5, 8,
Yep.
and snake takes another 4. And that would set off wild magic if you want it.
I sure do.
There you go.
Fable.
You killed a large snake in the alchemy room.
Very specific.
Unusually specific for a
Alright, here we go.
14.
Oh, it's the same.
Could be the same.
Confusion.
The whole thing's rather confusing.
Like, you do get advantage on saves, because they did bless you, so.
Oh, the D. Yeah, the D.
You just get a D4, not advantage.
Yeah.
What's smoke going?
Okay. Risk it for the biscuit.
The snake is looking quite hurt.
Okay, made of biscuits.
A little bit. You might think the scales will
Can I eat my way out of it?
I'll go off your one. It's D&D, I'll think weird things.
Unarmed strike!
You got a light attack.
Yeah, you can fight it. Unarmed strike's countless.
Do you not have healing word?
Although, unfortunately, it's large enough that I think probably one of its scales is like the radius of your mouth. Yeah.
Tear it out.
Okay, I'll use my last spell slot. God forbid.
Right.
I'm gonna climb a guiding bolt again. Take a thrust.
So after this, you've only got like sacred flames in the tank.
Nope, not even that. 20 to hit.
Wait, you don't? Do you not have any combat spells?
Thought with.
Oh, you've got full whip. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you can drag a giant snake.
Oh, that's a lot of ones.
You could drag it 10 feet over the spike.
9 points of damage.
Yep.
And next attack has advantage on it.
If I'm not mistaken, that's going to be mine.
And then I just go back to being very still.
No, I'm right up in it now, so
Come on, 2d4 damage.
You take 8 points of damage.
I'm out.
Restricts you.
Shit.
no mistake is that,
guys.
Oh, it's just like PUBG.
My AC is 13, friend.
It squeezes and it's constricting with its body and it snaps its head around and bites you for
Dick.
8 points of damage.
Ah,
As you feel its fang just graze through your arm.
that's a knob.
And then it is Bo's turn.
Can I see him? Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to do that, no.
You can see the telltale giant coils
You see
just
two
like
giant cockatrices in your face.
yeah. There are bird bat lizards.
Alright, pardon. So there are things that
cockatrices.
happening actively.
In our room.
One is
Alright.
just flapping through the door, the other one's on top of you, pecking at you.
It's got a fair amount of health, and I wouldn't be able to kill it outright.
I've got my knife out.
I think I'm better off just attacking this damn bloody snake. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Sacred Flame at the snake.
Yep.
That's with advantage.
Save
No,
first.
it's
They're
save.
saving on the attack.
13.
13 for
Dex.
Dex. Somehow it passes, even though it's going out the corridor.
Damn it. Okay.
I'm guessing as you flung it, it sort of got offset a bit by this giant flapping
Cockatrice in their face.
monster.
It's a bit distracting.
Yeah, I.
Away and sparks
Yeah.
off.
That's all I'm doing of it. And then maybe just moving, seeing if I can. Wait, would I provoke attack of opportunity on the cockatrice if I moved?
Yes, if you move out this way.
Okay, then I'm just gonna stay where I am and. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Bruce.
So, first of all, I'll draw a second knife. So I now have two knives. And they look a little something
Hey, here we go!
Here we go.
Knew it.
like these.
Ah,
Hells yeah.
And
tools my ass.
yeah, I'll take the first one. I'll try and stab the cockatrice in front of Clary.
Yep.
And that is a perfect way to start with these knives. That is a 24 to hit the cockatrice.
That'll hit it.
And I'll expend my bardic inspiration to get psychic damage on it as well.
Yeah.
So, starting with 4 damage from the knife itself, and 2, 4, and another 10 psychic damage to it.
So total damage.
14.
14.
Half of 4 of stabby and
Yep. That's
Ten psychic.
So we'll take the full damage on
and then with the other knife I'll stab it as well, if I may.
Yep.
With a 13 to the cockatrice.
That will hit.
I hope so, otherwise that's better AC than me.
That is just 3 damage with the other knife.
I want to be the toughest bird in this box.
Well, I'll work on it.
It's not a bird. Oh wait, no, you're right, it's not.
What are your ACs?
Mine is 15 at the moment.
15.
15. I'll get both of you to make Constitution saves.
18. Yes. No. No, it's not. It's 16.
Yep.
7.
So while that cockatrice comes to you, doing 3 points of damage, it affects you, and you feel it start to seize up. The same cockatrice keeps pecking at you for 2 points of damage,
Yeah.
and you feel your muscles stop working like they should.
Alright. And I'm guessing I probably lose concentration on bless at this point.
Not just yet.
Not just yet? Okay, because that's also another con check, so.
For the damage it's doing, it would need a roll.
Okay, cool. That figures my d20.
And then
Cool.
we have.
So, in terms, am I like paralyzed movement wise, or?
You feel your body slowing down, hasn't got that far yet.
Okay.
Another cockatrice flails into the room, coming straight at you.
Oh, of course it does.
Seems to get distracted by a plant in the corner and just starts flying off towards that.
I'll take it.
Death save.
Wait,
5 fail.
can you use guidance? Well, even then, it would be
Bless is
enough.
if
That's
Bless
right,
works
Bless.
on saving throws, then maybe,
It
but I
does,
still
but even
fail.
then-
That's a 5 on the
Death
dice.
saves aren't affected by anything.
It's, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
one
death saves are more like death checks. They're a separate thing. Yes. I am going to. I'm going to bonus action disengage from fucking everything.
Yep.
I'm going to give the snake a parting stab. Yeah. Oh, come on. There we go. That is 17.
Hits.
Yep. It's not engaged with him, is it?
Okay,
Not anymore.
threaten it.
Yeah.
Engaged with you.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, congratulations, you're engaged.
6 points piercing damage. On my way the fuck away from it.
Wait, did
Were you
you
using your rapier?
guiding bolt it?
You
He did.
Yes.
So advantage, which means sneak attack.
It does mean that. You're correct, sir.
Oh.
Shit. Add 3 more points of damage to that.
Yep, so you disengage as you do, you draw your rapier and just slice through, taking a chunk of its flesh and a whole heap of its scales off.
Nice.
This is I thought it was a stabbing weapon, not a fishing knife. Jesus.
Oh, you hey, it good.
Just ask Kip, everything's a fishing.
You just hear a muffled,
He's right!
Yeah, and I'm just gonna
take off across the room.
yeah, I'm just gonna get away from it.
Yep, and what does Tom do?
Oh, I guess the dice are going to tell me. 7. Melee attack against a randomly determined creature within my reach.
Roll a d6 for me.
Oh, was it? Well, within his reach.
At least it's only melee.
Yeah, his reach is pretty much everything. His range spells.
Well, it says melee attack.
It's melee, yeah.
So
Yeah, reach, I think, would
So who's within 5 feet of you then?
You got power metal.
we'll find
I'll
out.
just walk to him, I guess. 6.
You turn around, the cockatrice flying overhead, and you start attacking it.
You whack it with your stick.
Only one bird.
Well, in that case, I'll use touch casket. No, I won't. That's a waste.
You got stuff.
Yeah. That's. I don't even know. I didn't write that down.
Plus dex plus
8 plus
Oh, if it's a quarter staff, it'd be strength.
5.
To hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
D8.
Water stuff.
D8 plus dex. Or
6 for the stuff?
It's versatile, so you can use it two-handed for a D8.
Are you using two-handed?
Yeah, I don't have anything in my other hand.
You're not spellcasting?
Not right now.
Confusion told him to make a melee attack.
Yeah.
6 plus dex, was it?
If you want this.
Quarterstaffs are strength based unless you're a monk, which can use dex in
So
place.
6 minus 1. 5.
Yes.
I do roll a 1.
And then I'll do the wisdom save.
How
Is Bless still good?
Yes, it is.
Bless still hot and sizzling. Ooh, 9 plus 1, 10. My
Your DC.
13.
So no.
I'm confused.
Damn it.
Use guidance.
Smoke. Okay, so Smoke is going, seeing his dear friend on the edge of this world. Smoke uses, it's going to use feline agility to dash up to Kip and cast Spare the Dying on him.
Yep.
He's going to attempt to do that. So now that's just straight, so stable.
Yep.
And then
Don't race that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
do I risk an opportunity? Smoke will attempt to go back.
where he was.
Yeah, back where I was.
Do you have disengage or anything?
No.
No,
What's your AC?
17. With a shield.
It's quite high.
Have you got like heavy armor on or something? Or have you just got high armor?
Medium, isn't it?
Oh, right, so you've got scale. Nice.
You take 7
Yeah,
piercing
right.
damage as his head snaps around and bites you as you escape.
Yep.
And
Oh no. That's not a number you like to see a DM roll.
Oh no.
Oh.
alright. So it bites at you, and you see its body unfurl and release Kip behind you.
Who's you?
Smoke.
Thank you.
Does it just beat him?
Gotta make sure of these things, man.
Is there a
That's a lot of D8s.
You take 17 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are restricted.
Oh
I'm out.
But on the plus side, we can see Kit.
Just slump over across the doorway.
Clary, you do see this happen.
Oh god.
Wait, restricted?
Yes, grapple.
So you're
Restrained.
unconscious.
How far into the room did it have to move?
You're stabilized.
Not at all. but you attack him.
I assume I'm stable now.
Oh no.
And I only have 2 more level 1. Oh.
You notice a lot of blood is starting to leak from underneath the scales now as well.
I'm not going to be any help attacking, so I think I'm just going to cast. Oh, so I want to waste the 2nd level slot.
Just for fun, roll me a medicine check.
A medicine check?
Yeah.
Alright, the thing is. Okay, a medicine check, that's 19 plus 4, so 23.
You can probably throw a radish at the sand kill at this point.
The problem is the only attack I have is Sacred Flame.
That's great. None of
And
us
it
have a
requires,
radish.
you know what, I'm just going to Sacred Flame it. And we'll see
Go
what
for it.
happens. It needs to make
Well,
a
it's sacred radish.
I need to make a dex save to meet 13.
What are you doing? Use the radish. He told you.
How do you do it?
Wait, it worked?
Yeah.
Have 1 HP, yes.
Yeah, he rolled like a
Okay.
2 on the die.
So, you see, I mean, I've just seen 2 of my friends go down. I am at this point mad.
Yes.
And you see my eyes start to blaze as the traveler's compass symbol starts to glow, a golden glow, and then suddenly I just blast forward a massive sacred flame towards his body and incinerating it.
Yeah, so you see the sacred flame puncture through where the scales was, and you see it stop and show from it, and it just starts flaming from inside the body, flames
Yeah.
looking through the scales as it starts smoldering, and it just goes limp on the ground.
Yeah, those of us, in the room see the result of that. Probably not the startup though.
I'm just getting Gohan Super Saiyan 2 vibes.
Alright, Ruse, you see 2 cockatrices, one looking pretty hurt, the other one looking untouched.
Well, what I'm going to try and do is stab the looking good one first.
Yeah.
With the boomerang, which will miss, no doubt, at an 8.
That does miss.
And then offhand with the other one, with an at 1. So, yeah, that was a great round.
You were distracted by this sacred flame, just seemed pretty cool. Giant snake.
What's going on over there?
Luckily, the cockatrices seemed very distracted as well, and instead of attacking, they just kind of turned to look. What's your AC?
13.
13.
Hasn't changed.
The other cockatrice does sweep at you.
Is he still restrained or not?
Oh no,
I was never. I was
dead.
I was free as a bird.
Con save for me.
Oh yay! I like
You take
those.
3 points.
And you still get to use Bless on this.
That's
yeah.
sweet. That's a 9.
3 points of piercing damage, and you feel your body start to seize up.
Ah, sweet. Felt this before.
And then back to Kip.
Stable. Can I try roll a nat 20 and wake up with 1 hit point?
Sure.
You can try.
Raz.
I believe there is a chilibat. Is that what we call them? A cockatrice trying to kill me.
And you feel yourself slowing down, you feel your muscles cramping.
That's not a good time. I have. Yeah, I'll have to use my bonus action to disengage from it again, which I'm not going to this time. I'm just going to stab it. Just going to try and stab it. Yeah. with a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
With a 17 to hit.
That'll still hit.
Yes, it will.
Wait, no, it doesn't have an immunity to 17.
That was the snake.
That was the snake.
Yeah. God damn it. There we go. 5 points of piercing damage to the cockatrice.
Yep.
Oh, why not? I'll bonus action disengage from it and piss off to a different corner of the
Roll a
room.
d20 for me.
10.
You feel your body's flying as you try to disengage and it gets an attack of opportunity on you.
Oh, prick.
But luckily it swoops a bit and starts taking and misses as you just slide out of the way a bit. Which brings us back to Tom.
Confusion roll.
Oh, no!
With
I do nothing.
Nice.
You see Tom just sort of looking around a little bit.
But I'm going to do my wisdom save, and I'm going to use Tides of Chaos and Bless.
Because fuck this.
And that is a 20, dirty 20.
Quite
I'm no
high.
longer confused.
For the second time today.
But you are at risk of wild.
And go for a third confusion.
I mean, so bad. Well, I like 3 times one session, also resolved.
18.
18. You make a pass. The snake takes no action because it's currently burning. Hurry. Roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
okay. That is a 14.
You feel your muscles cramping, but you fight through it, so you can still make an action this turn.
Okay. 1, 2.
The only thing left is birds.
Yeah, where are the
They're not
creases?
One
2 in your room, 1
was
else.
Yeah.
attacking you, one was attacking Bruce, but they seem to have stopped, but now they're turning around to engage again.
Alright. I think.
If you want to move away in this round, you think you can get away without them noticing? Or without them being able to do
Or at least get yourself attacking something to handle.
Oh, quick question. Does spike growth require concentration?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
No, okay.
Okay, so it's still up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's still there.
It's their wings, so they have to walk.
Shove them into the spine.
Yeah.
You bird.
Fucking drag them through
They
it.
cut off their wings.
Alright. You know what? I'm gonna move back out of range of them before they
Yep.
turn around and get an attack of opportunity, and then I'm gonna just Sacred Flame blast one of them because that seemed to work pretty well last time. So DC 13 for Dex.
Use that fury.
13 for Dex.
Yeah.
It hits.
Ooh.
Nice.
So I get a 28, and that's a solid 1.
That's saddening.
That's a solid 1 point of
Arrow
damage.
sparks as it hits it, but because it's fairly small, it just clips its wing.
Yeah.
Singes a little as it's turning around towards you.
Does that mean it can fly?
It still flies on. Ruse.
Love it.
You've still got an unhurt cockatrice that's now turning back to you, and one that's damaged, heading towards Clarity again.
Did you move back at all?
Yeah, I did move back.
Alright, well, I'm going to remember our wolf fight from when we were like 3 years old, and I'm going to try and stab it in the neck.
Is that a cold shot?
It's not, yeah, I'm just stabbing at it. Can I reroll because it wasn't on the thing?
As long as it's consistent.
The 13.
That will hit.
Alright, so the first blade goes in with Bardic Inspiration extra, thankfully. 4 damage first, psychic damage of 6 more,
So 10 total.
so 10 total.
Yep.
Is it still up?
Yes. This one was untouched before the round.
Yep. So I'll try and be fancy about it offhand and then go for the other one. With that one again, so I really like that other one.
Yeah.
I'm getting rid of that second knife. This one down.
As you get the first one, it's sort of miscalculated because it's flying, it sort of skims back in the air a bit, and swings through with a second attack.
Yeah, but I'll just keep holding position and squawking at them to try and keep their attention on me. If they're rolling to attack me,
They're not yet.
okay,
Yet.
just rearing up something.
The two in the room with you just kind of turn and start flying off. You get an attack of opportunity if you want.
Yes, I will. I'll use a boomerang for starters, which still won't hit. That's 8.
Yeah, you swing it and it sort of starts flying off down the corridor.
I'm still concentrating on squawking rather than attacking.
You moved out of range, so the other one takes off.
Yep.
Who's still up in the alchemy lab?
I mean,
I went down like 3 turns ago. What? Oh, that looks higher than 13.
Take 5 points of piercing damage, and you feel your body just seizes completely and gets back in place.
Oh, that's fun. So it was 5?
Yep.
Oh, great.
And then 2 hit.
stable. Can I try roll the d20?
Go for it.
Not 20!
He just
And you're up with 1 hit point.
God, smile on you this day.
Rank of Andra.
You are now completely immobile. You cannot move.
Am I made of stone?
Not yet. You're doing body harm, though.
Feck.
Gonk.
So, how many are in this room?
Just the one. The other 2 you saw flap off down the corridor.
Yeah, and we've backed them a little bit already.
This one looks pretty hurt.
Okay, then I'll just... I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast. Are we still blessed?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Sick.
So got another like 6, 7 more turns until I use another
13.
concentration.
13, that'll hit.
Getting a lot of 13s.
Lucky.
Especially immunity to 17.
Nice.
10?
10 damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
How do you do it?
Hey! Well, after I've whacked it with the staff and he's poked him, I just point the staff and just shoot it across the room so it explodes.
Wall and starts falling apart. And the din dies down, everything goes quiet.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
The silence is almost eerie now as we make our way to break. We'll be back soon. Hello everyone and welcome back. Cockatrices have been fed as well as snakes, and our party slightly less spell slotted than before.
Oh, Kip sits up.
Sorry, Mitters' camera's buffering. Oh no, he's back.
Alright, Clary's gonna run over to the alchemy room and just go, okay, and then just run over to Kip and lean down, grab your hand, and cast Cure Wounds to the 2nd level.
I mean, I'm not going to say no.
We need a heavy hitter. Alright. So that's...
Wait.
The dodge tank, essentially.
Is Spike Growth still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
still running through it.
Okay.
Isn't it 24 for 5 feet of movement?
Oh,
Yeah. That's why I asked.
actually, I'm already committed to
Did
it.
you notice that it was... did you see me cast it? I mean...
Are you seeing her running through
She's
it?
decided to run anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're going to lose that both our healers.
Yeah, I'm an idiot, but that's fine. I've done it.
I'll get Smoke to roll 64 for me.
Oh, shit.
Also, Kip seeing Smoke laying there, can he like crawl over and try to stabilize him, like press the wounds and stuff?
That would be a medicine check, but we'll do this first.
Yep.
Let's see if you need more medicine checks, my boy.
Let's see if I survive this. I'm an idiot, but that's fine.
Oh, it's wisdom. Why is it negative? Why have I used my int modifier for that? Wisdom, dickhead.
Okay, that's not too bad.
10.
You take that many damage.
Alright, I'm down to 10 health. That's fine.
Ow. I'll get you out of it.
It's fine. I'm getting low on spell slots, and for the next battle, I'm going to be using Vertiplicity, hopefully, so.
Both.
Okay.
Alright,
So you run over.
I'm now, my feet are bleeding, but I'm still running over.
So Kip's basically crawled over to, can I roll the medicine check? 19.
Yep.
To just press the wounds and stop him from bleeding out.
You stabilise him.
Oh, that's good.
Alright,
You'll be right.
I've run over. Kip!
This one, I'm right. This one, I can't hold this forever.
I'm still gonna heal you. Let's face it, he's exhausted.
It's true. He does need
He's
to sleep.
exhausted.
He does need to sleep.
This doesn't
I'm
count.
not a heavy hitter at the
Keep me
moment.
knocked out for 8 now.
It won't count.
Alright, so what have I got? I've got Cure Wounds, 1d8.
Be knocked out for 8 hours.
Alright. Let's see, and that isn't great. So you're healed for 9 health.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Alright, so I'm on 10 hit points.
Alright, I'm down 1 second level slot.
Ruse is going to stand at the edge of the spike growth with his arms crossed, looking at your feet like, okay. Swap out that shitty knife for
I
another
should
one.
have just used Healing Word.
I'm just going to pull one of the bandages I keep in my belt and start wrapping Smoke up so he doesn't continue to bleed so I can pull my hands away.
Yep.
No mechanical benefits.
For the sake of time over time, it's fairly easy to get everyone back up now that you're out of combat.
Oh, that's a...
Define up.
Can I just like blast away the
No,
spikes too?
down. Sorry?
Can I just blast away the spikes too?
I mean, you could just start smoking, you could dispel the whole thing.
But he's currently...
Unconscious.
Do we want to wake him up?
How long does Spike Growth last?
10 minutes, I believe.
It'll be gone pretty soon anyway.
I'll just be standing at the edge of it waiting.
Yeah, 10
Yeah,
minutes.
by the time everyone was stabilised and healed up, it would be gone.
Fine, I'll heal him. Alright.
Do we want to just take a quick rest?
Yes.
You hear some casual clucking coming from overhead.
Do we want to barricade the door and take a short rest or something?
How many? Yeah, is there a spare table that isn't covered in alchemy shit?
The only one is the alchemy table, which is a fairly solid timber table.
I'll say we keep...
I'll keep
Rest!
I'll keep track. I don't need a rest. I'm actually
He
feeling
still hasn't
pretty good.
moved.
Yeah, I'm going to rush over to Raz. What's happening with him?
Literally nothing. He can't move.
Well, shit.
And yeah, I can spend the 10 minutes identifying the, like if we're taking 10 minutes to do something, I'll spend the 10 minutes identifying his condition just so we know exactly what's going on.
Shall we
Minutes later,
essentially,
you realise he's petrified.
Yeah.
shall we essentially take a short rest so we can use hit die?
Yeah.
Not all of us can. One of us is unconscious. No.
So
Well,
you're assuming you've got an hour to spare after killing the Medusa's favourite pet?
Definitely
No.
not.
Cute.
Alright, I really don't... I running out of spells, but
Oh yeah, can we attempt to like wake him up and bring him up to 1 hit point? Essentially, or just leave him as
Can
he
I
is?
just keep rolling until I get that?
Without a health potion or magic, you would not be able to.
alright. I'm just gonna cast Cure Wounds then at level 1.
If you're trained in medicine, I'll let you roll, and if you get that 20, you'll be up in 1.
I'm not trained in medicine.
Nope, neither.
That's so weird for a cleric to not be trained.
I'm a trickery cleric. Healing isn't supposed to be my specialty.
I suppose it's more a druid job anyway.
Yes, exactly.
It'll be tricky to heal your enemies.
Yeah, that's pretty tricky.
Hey, best defense is a good offense, okay.
I can blast them away.
Okay, you're up 7 plus... Okay, so you're up 10 hit points flat.
10 buddies.
Smoke says,
Hey,
thank
stop.
Smoke says thank you, begrudgingly.
I'm also.
You weren't awake to know.
So, well, there's a ruse.
Ruse is still waiting for Spike Rose to go away in the other room by
So
himself.
that would be good by now.
Yep. Once it's dropped, I'll join everybody else.
Yep.
I say we.
I would have had to identify that. So,
I say we get out and hide somewhere.
well, we can hide back at where the cockatoos are outside and hope they don't attack us, or we can go further in.
Well, given what just has been happening to Raz...
But we have a dead snake here. That's one down. At least we know there's not well, there could be more. There could be more. I should not assume anything.
I mean, we do have the option of cutting our losses and coming back another day.
Why don't we do that? Clearly, we're woefully underprepared for this.
I was expecting Medusa, not a giant fucking snake.
It was a big bastard, that's for sure. I say we get out and maybe try to get something done with this one.
Yeah.
Well,
Take him with
if
us.
you think you can carry a whole genasi made of stone, then go for your life. But
He's not petrified yet.
Where exactly in the room
He is
were
petrified.
you when you got petrified? As you imagined it.
Back corner.
yeah, last I remembered, you backed away to a
You're walking into the room, left or right corner?
I imagine the door being there.
So if you walked into the door,
Yeah,
would you run that way or that way?
that way. Left.
Yep, so you're in the back left corner,
Uh huh.
near the alchemy equipment.
If that's where the alchemy equipment is,
On the back wall.
then yes.
So you would have been near the broken beakers and flasks.
Uh huh.
Yep, cool.
Neat.
Well, if you want to go back to the clerics, one of us can stay with him.
The alchemy equipment, is it still dripping and
Very
like
slowly.
collecting in?
Oh.
So now that's been thrown out, there's like 3 drops in the bottom.
Well, try.
Did you put the jar back?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a few drops in the bottom, just starting to make a layer on the bottom of the glass.
If we're gonna get out of here, it might be worth a shot.
Yeah, let's try it.
Alright, yeah, I'll grab it and pour it into his mouth. Three drops into his mouth.
Uh huh. How do you propose you pry his mouth open?
Your mouth is closed.
In battle, probably.
Pour it up his nose.
And then you're like crying out in pain or something. You're like, ah!
Might have been.
Even then, you'd be pouring into a stone throat.
Yeah.
Pour it on his head, like. Just see if it changes anything.
Fine. Just drop.
So you're rolling down the floor. You turn the bowl around, says for internal use only.
That'll do
If
it.
there's anyone that is going to know what to do, it's probably the woman further down with the snakes for hair, who probably has a collection of these.
Do we want to come back another day?
In the book.
That's true.
If she has a collection, then maybe we can. If she takes him down there, we can.
I mean, we've killed the snake.
We've killed a snake.
Yes, we have killed one snake.
The question of whether she has more is another thing.
I'm gonna walk over to the door and listen if there's any familiar sounds.
You hear the whistling again and the hissing in harmonies.
I suspect that if we walk away and leave Raz here, she will take him somewhere else and we won't be able to get him back too quick.
Not if she's dead.
That's true. So for me, it's either we go further in and we do this, or we carry Raz together as a group and get him back to the clerics.
The thing is, I mean, that was a rather powerful god.
I'll stay and kill the Medusa if you
Wait.
guys want to run away.
I think that's
Suggests that maybe she isn't quite as powerful. I mean, or she could be.
Or she
more
is more
powerful.
powerful if that was simply a pet.
She's gone.
I say we cut our losses, head back. Where even are we? We near town somewhere or a
You're
city?
not five.
You don't even know where we are?
I literally woke up here. I didn't travel here. I woke up here from a ship
Who?
in the middle of an ocean.
And the explanation of that is very weird because I was there awake and I did not see him arrive.
Yeah, no, I've got no idea where the hell I am.
You wrote this plot hole into it, buddy.
So, are we near a city? Somewhere where there's clerics?
Yes, very close.
like-
We're right near Baldur's Gate.
We still have
And
to
in the
hike.
Church of All Faiths with lots of clerics.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, okay.
Actually,
That's good. That's good.
we could go back and recruit a paladin.
Perfect. I'll say between the five of us, we take him back. Maybe try get him healed up. Rest ourselves. We're not on a deadline or anything, are
We
we?
can wake up
No.
Salvora and she could definitely carry him. She looks very strong.
Let's try to do that then. I'll say we get out of here. We rest. We cut our losses.
Really weird for me.
We come back another day when we're stronger. Because I feel like shit.
And possibly with a potential ally.
Exactly. I feel like shit. I think we were woefully underprepared for this.
I will be in.
You look so tired. Come on.
One might say, yeah, never mind.
I feel great.
I
I'll
might
stay.
say
I'm
exhausted.
glad to hear, Tonk.
Can I pull one of the snake's fangs out with something wrapped around?
Are there
my
any
hand?
scales to collect or anything?
That's all burning away now.
Oh yeah, that's true. Sorry guys.
The fang, probably, with enough time or strength, you could get it out.
And damn, we don't have a mage hand.
Can I do that while these guys bicker about running away?
Yeah, you've got plenty of time.
Alright.
Is it like venomous? Obviously venomous.
Not that you can see. It's hollow.
Well, given that it's been biting us and we haven't been taking poison damage.
Alright.
I'll take
Well,
it anyway.
Based on the fact that it wrapped itself around me, I don't think poison is its preferred method.
No.
It's a
No, you
fun,
can pull it out. It's about a foot long.
it's a fun dagger-like weapon. You probably stole all my knives. Maybe you won't steal this one.
Did you say dagger? I like metal.
Well, alright, well, between the four of us, five of us, do you reckon we can lift him and try to get him out?
Well, I'm gonna be no help lifting, but
I'll give him my best shot. Between the five of us, many hands make light work.
There's no
Definitely.
interest in helping.
true.
Oh,
I want to stay and fight.
oh man.
I really don't think we should.
I disagree. Let's get out. I say we get out of here.
If I know Tonk, he is going to stay. So
Well, then why don't we
continue
have
to
Tom
fight the
stay with
Medusa on his own.
Raz and we go and get help?
Can I see any of the thingies from the cockatrices from the hallway?
Any of the cockatrices?
Yeah.
Not anymore. The ones that flood
Lost
the
them on
central
the way
return
out.
to the cabin and then pottering around down there from what you can
Getting
tell.
blood loss out
Yeah,
that
you can
way.
try. You can try. Yeah, you can
You
try
can
to
clear
kill
our
some of us.
path, because otherwise we don't want to end up like Raz.
What is everybody's concern though? Is it the spells or is it health?
I mean,
Good.
Both.
I'm actually really good.
I mean, I'm fine on spells,
I'm
but
talking to the people who are concerned.
Actually, the thing is, if I can pull off the duplicity, I may not have to worry about health. Spells may be a little rough, but I've got enough for at least one spiritual weapon.
I'm down one meat shield if that's what
see,
What I mean is,
we could probably still shove him ahead though.
we can attempt a short rest here.
Can't
If
be
people
double
want us
stone.
want help, and
like the
if
idea
that
of
helps at
resting
all, I
here.
don't know if it will help.
yeah, see, I'm fine. I'm fine on spells personally, but
How many spells do you
Otherwise, we could go back and
one.
still
But I
get
can
it.
cast it as many times as I want.
What time is it?
At this time, it would probably be late afternoon.
We still have time to go back and attack during the
4:17.
evening.
Perfect.
4:17 p.m.
So go get the help, get Raz sorted, perhaps even get us healed by clerics and other clerics and paladins, and then find an ally and go back and hit it.
I agree. I say we're underprepared and we're down a man.
I'm just hitting him with the spell book at this point. Maybe to cast himself.
Have any of the words that we've used to try and unlock the spell book had any effect?
They sure have not.
That's my vote. My vote's we get out of here.
I said smoke seconds that
But I still
vote.
say we attack tonight.
Open sesame.
I'm okay to do that, but as long as we're more
Abracadabra.
prepared.
Agreed. Alright.
book sucks.
Can I take 10
Looks
minutes?
everyone.
Can I take 10 minutes to identify the book?
I've already cast Detect Magic on
But
this.
you
not
can't
the same.
learn its properties and how to use them.
Identifies way more useful.
Like it's faster than how to use
That's
it.
fair.
Detect Magic does like everything.
We can
through
do
a
it on the
little bit.
way out.
Detect Magic will tell you what it is.
Why don't we do that
Identify
when we
might
get to
give us
the
the password.
church?
Well, if we can do it here, it might have a way to fix it.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a good
That's a
point.
good point, actually.
Yeah, I'll get behind that.
Sorry, but give me a minute and I'll sit down with the book.
I'm gonna go
A minute or
get.
10.
I'm gonna go get my knife
you go.
that I threw at the cockatrice. Original, like the first cockatrice, the one that was chasing me around.
Yep.
Just gonna go get that back.
Before I do it, I'll shift into Alistair Finch because that's my reading man.
Yep. So what exactly did identify do?
So, if it is a magic item or some other magic-imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells affecting the item, what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn what spell created it. Something about a creature, that's irrelevant though. But yeah, you learn its properties and how to use them is the way I'm...
Doesn't
aiming.
super help your ruling.
Just wait. It's a magic lock spell. The properties are it can only open by a spoken word, so you have to use that spoken word to open it.
Yeah.
So the exact same.
As ruled.
While he's spending 10 minutes doing the identify, I'm over at Raz trying to figure out if it's possible to lift him and move him, like
He
between
is
us and all.
Very heavy now.
We could tie her up and anti-man dragon.
Does anyone carry a bedroll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could like hitch up a rope.
I know it, but it's in my
Yeah,
pack,
do a
which is on
drag.
my ship.
Like a drag.
Yeah, I have one.
I
You
sleep in the
think
tree.
Between a few of you might be able to drag it. It'll be very slow going, very difficult because he's now made of solid rock.
Yeah,
And
well,
also make a lot of noise.
I'm happy to take time to do it. It's just a case of if we start now before she gets too pissy that it would kill her snake, then that might give us the best chance of getting him out of here and back to a cleric.
Yeah.
Or someone runs for a couple of people run for help and get a paladin over here.
I mean,
Paladin or a cleric over.
Either way, if we start dragging him and get someone to come back halfway and speed things along.
yeah, I reckon I'm the most consistent, quickest consistently, I reckon.
You and Smoke would be the fastest.
Oh, 50
What about the man who flies?
Yeah, he's definitely quicker. I'm better suited to be dragging anyway.
But
I think I'm the strongest.
Yeah, I have -1 in strength, so.
Well, does Phelan's... I think Phelan's agility is just during combat, isn't
It's
it?
once.
No,
once
you
anyway,
can.
then, so.
You can double your speed. You can double your speed for 1 round, but you can't get it back until you don't move for a round.
Yeah, but out of...
Well, if you don't make a decision soon, there is going to be a very angry visitor.
I'd like to,
Yeah.
pleasantly
let's
ask
start.
Tom if he would please help us by going and starting to talk to one of the paladins for help to get rid of the
Should I go with Tonk or stay with the
If
rest
you can
of it?
fly 50 feet a second.
No, I can't.
No, get Tom to do it. The rest of us drag.
Sounds good.
We need as much strength as possible.
Yeah, alright.
Yep.
All right, so we'll
Alright, fine.
Please.
I'm gonna talk to those jerks.
please, dude.
You're definitely the worst
Alright,
person to say.
All right.
Actually, I have quite high charisma.
You do. You don't want to do it, so it's going to turn into intimidation. Anyway.
All right. So can we sort of lower Raz, like tip Raz onto a bedroll essentially, and then use ropes to drag?
Yeah, onto
How
a
much,
bedroll
how much
topically,
do
then
you
also
like
not.
Raz? I guess is the question.
I'm not really leaving
Well, we're
behind.
gonna put him in the bedroll because then also he's not like being dragged against the
Okay.
floor.
Yeah, it's
and
a
also
flat
it's making less
surface.
sound.
Do any of you have specialists in Arcana or History that are there?
History.
Roll a history check for me.
Okay.
I mean, I've got pretty high, but I don't have special.
And I can give guidance because, yeah. And that is a 16, 30, 20.
You'd know that he's very heavy, and you've read stories about petrification before. If you accidentally drop him and break his arm off, it's not coming back.
Let's not move him.
No, we could, but we're just gonna have to be very careful.
I was going to say, only one of you figured that out. You
No,
showed
the
your
thing is,
face.
if he is in a bedroll, he's not being actively dragged against anything. And
I think the risk there is if we try to tip him over and drop him. If he's a heavy son of a bitch right now.
that's a fair point.
Let's come back for
If
him.
only that someone would levitate.
I know, right?
I felt like I didn't need that spell, but
I
anyway.
mean, I can cast guidance to help, but that'll only help
There's
so
a
much.
convenient
depending on
wall
the DC.
nearby.
You can use enhance ability, but again, that's
Alright, so is Tom heading off?
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
How are you doing it?
Well, first thing is try and do a quick low takeoff, half run out the corridor,
Yep.
and then as soon as there's a tunnel, isn't there?
So it's a large chasm that has the garden path that leads out to a small corridor that goes down to the beach.
Yeah. So I want
You
to
could
get out the
through
door,
corridor.
Get out the door.
main door.
Back where we started. Don't look at the bloody fountain. Go straight up and over it. Trying to avoid things, and then back through the tunnel and
Okay.
with a swoop.
Roll an Arcana check for me.
That's 22.
As you swoop back down, you just get a sense of magic ahead of you, and you realise there's a magical barrier across the doorway. But what you do notice through the dappled light, you don't think it's actually overhead. It's designed to keep people in, but they haven't assumed someone can just fly straight up the top.
Oh, thank
Shall I go over?
Yep. So you turn back out, fly off,
Yep.
and head towards the All Faiths Chapel.
Yep. As the crow flies.
All dark. What's everyone else doing while this is happening?
Well,
Being petrified.
if we are going to attempt to lower him, I think, we
I
are.
think at this stage we're not moving.
But if Thompson go, I think maybe we just try and form a bit of a watch party.
Find somewhere to rest up.
Yeah, essentially, I mean, if we can try and clear off that Acme table and barricade it up against the door and...
I don't think that'll stop.
No,
Like,
I think
she's gonna come. The Medusa's gonna come into this room. She's gonna be in this room.
I want to keep the table as an alchemy
In
table,
which
just
case, I think I want to go back to the moon room and
I say, we find somewhere to hole up.
because I want to, if shit's going to go down in that room, I want to be in the other room so I can still cast duplicity, so...
Yep.
Also,
I'll stay with Raz.
the liquid that was initially in the flask, is there any other liquids that match the color of that liquid, or like the viscosity? Like,
There's some on the floor.
Like, is it possible for me to try and put more in there so if she comes back and notices that the liquid is gone, she's not suspicious?
No.
Damn.
I mean, the giant snake corpse.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, sorry. Actually, I'm kind of glad. That was pretty awesome, so...
Yeah.
There's the thing. If we all stay in this room, we can try and barricade the door.
With the snake body?
That's a good idea.
It's starting to crumble because it's going from the inside.
Never mind. It was an But anyway,
It's a monster.
I'll stay next to Raz.
As long as I'm not barricading the door with me.
Oh my god.
No, she'll just break you and then we'll lose you.
Yeah.
Alright, so probably only takes you about 20 minutes if you're dash flying to get to the temple. You fly over, it's sort of starting to get a little bit darker, it's not quite twilight yet, it's sort of getting duskish. You see exactly what you saw when you left, a lot of people of different faiths praying, talking, discussing, philosophizing,
Debating.
arguing, fighting.
Attention!
It's on
And
now.
holy light. I'm not sure what you did, but now it doesn't look like you're bathed in holy light.
I'm not those touch sensitive ones.
Might be the,
Anyway,
I have 16 gold pieces and I need some dispel and healing scrolls or potions.
who are you saying it to?
Everyone, the room, I'm just bringing attention.
I'm not
Hello!
actually getting someone to come with us.
Yeah, a few of them sort of look over.
I need some dispel magic and healing scrolls. Anyone? Anyone selling?
They sort of shake their heads and go back to discussing and praying.
Anyone want to help my friend that's turned to stone? Any lawful good?
I love it.
You see a paladin wearing shining armor that you recognise from before.
Was a nice one?
Not bang, not bang.
Hey you! What I said, questions, now they're aimed at you specifically. Persuasion rolls! Oh no! Touch chaos! Even worse.
I was wanted to make you roll wild magic right now.
I'll start scorching them. Help me!
Come help my friend. I think I need to help you. But...
Was it the paladin that stepped in front of me?
Yes.
Yes, there's the
Mention
paladin
my name!
the chest plate has a symbol of Tyr on it. He's got a very large sword across his back and a shield on his arm.
Yeah, hey guy, you were helpful before.
Yeah, that's what can I do
My
for
friend
you?
got turned to stone by a weird chicken lizard duck thing. Not duck, that's me.
Do you mean a cockatrice?
Yeah, that one. It got turned to stone and I need to fix it. And I got sent here because I can fly.
For Tyr then, let's go.
Cool, alright. It's this way.
He starts following you.
Yeah, well, now I gotta wait for him. Alright.
Escort mission.
I'll lead him there slowly.
Has a blue leaf faces a Grisco.
Time passes and surprisingly nothing shows up. You do hear the whistling from down the corridor. Every now and then it stops and then starts again.
Yep. I'll just be
get
holding.
a short rest.
Short rest.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's a
You
short rest.
lead back up the beach to the magic barrier.
Oh.
Yeah, the crap.
So he can't get through.
4, that's enough.
How do I get through?
I don't know. We just walked through, didn't we?
Correct.
I went over. I can't carry you. You got all that heavy
Gets
crap.
back and looks around.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Tell me you know it's like fly or something.
Just D8.
He does not.
Oh.
That's the other hit dice.
How high is it over?
Yeah.
It's probably 60 feet up.
Oh.
Rocking on cliff face.
My rope's not that long. I could cast Firebolt up your bottom. That blast you up.
I mean,
So you put out through the top, you say.
Yeah, I feel over.
He starts unstrapping his gauntlets and puts them in his pack and just starts grabbing onto a rock and climbing up it. You see the muscles bulging under his armour in the small spots. He's obviously very, very strong.
Wow, weird brag.
Weird flex, but okay.
We want his help, even if you don't.
I'll sit at the top and just, I don't know, offer him a rope if he wants it.
He just keeps climbing.
Alright. I'll just perch there until he's done.
So it takes probably about 15 minutes. He eventually makes his way up.
I don't impress me much.
Not your type.
And then I'll lead him down, I guess, and back where we came from.
Yep, so it's...
Oh, don't look at the fountain, bruh.
Thank God. I was going to again and tell you.
Look at it.
He looks at it, touches his breastplate and whispers a prayer and starts climbing down the vines. It doesn't take him long to get to the bottom. He starts walking across. A cockatrice comes up near him and just boots it.
Nice.
My man.
My man.
And he continues forward. Inside the cave, you hear the clanking of very heavy armour coming towards you.
I'll draw it. I'll have the knife.
This may be our help.
Just protecting rats.
He walks up to near the cave, holds
Glad
his hand
somebody
out, and
is.
a globe of light just appears in it as he walks forward. Where's your friend?
buddy?
This way. You're handy. Good spells. I'll take him through. Exactly the way we came.
Yep. Walks in and sees you, holds the light up and looks you over. You just this blaring light in your eyes.
Oof.
that I can't close.
Seeing like a big muscly paladin, I'm like, I wish I was the woman this time. I'm less impressive currently.
Are you in the moon room?
No, I'm standing next to Raz.
I'm in the moon
In
room.
the alchemy room as Alistair finished.
Okay. Maybe that's his...
That
True.
the paladin probably knows because he...
Maybe I'll forget. Just looking up to me. Ooh, hello. Twiddle a knife.
He concentrates for a second and the light springs out of his hand and floats there, and he draws his sword from across his back.
Oh, great, still in my eyes.
He stabs it on the ground in front of Raz's feet and just starts walking around in a circle, carving it into the stone, and then starts making some symbols on each corner and kneels down and starts praying.
How
About
does the
10
circle
minutes
have
pass.
corners?
You can't see this. Stun boy.
With your passive investigation, they seem to be north, south, east, and west. He kneels down and starts praying, and the stone you see starts turning to mud around him. And after about 10 minutes, you just feel your movement come back.
Oh, good. That, wait, my movement come back. I'm not
Yeah,
still
you
made of
can-
stone, am I?
No.
Oh, good.
You are now a stone.
Yeah, I'm just a mud boy now. Oh, that was very helpful. Who are you again?
Paladin of Tyr, my oath is fulfilled. Your friend is safe now.
Do you want gold or something?
No,
Like a shake.
for the glory of the gods.
I'm actually going to poke my head out and just say, just so you know, there's possibly a Medusa down there. Want to help?
Want to get out of here?
No, want to defeat it?
You didn't fare so well against the cockatrice. I don't know how to go here.
Did you not see the giant snake corpse on the way in?
We're trying to
Did you-
help the city. I mean, this is very close to your town, isn't it?
He just dumped on you so hard.
It's like, do you not see that burning corpse there?
I don't know, after a little bit of a snooze, I feel not too bad.
Very well, for the glory of Tyr.
All right.
Excellent.
Good warrior of Tyr.
And you recommend
I mean,
Ashes?
I'll roll with that.
I suggest you don't look at it.
Oh, yes. And I hold up my
Hit
shield.
it very hard. They don't go down easy.
I pretend to write these things down in invisible.
I can do that.
Yes, great work. Yes, thank you.
Do you want me to help or not?
Yes, I do. I'm just old.
We've already met our other old.
I'm just going to slouch around in my now muddy boots.
Fine. Shall we then?
Yes, please.
Yeah. You go first.
Alright.
Very well.
I'll lead with him.
I will not.
Has he still got that
Passive
down
persuasion
right
roll is working.
It seems to have just been left behind in the room.
Okay, good.
Not in my eyes anymore.
Alright, I'm going to be towards the back.
He walks forward into the large chamber, just boots another cockatrice as it gets near him. Sending it flying, squawking and flapping.
Oh, perch on this.
I like your
shoulder.
style.
The other cockatrices sort of see this and just sort of skitter out of the way a bit, looking cautiously at him. Who has dark vision?
Not I.
Anyone with dark vision roll perception for me?
Oh, nice.
That's alright. Natural 20 for 25.
Ooh, 8.
Never mind then. You walk in, you look to the left, and you see an internal waterfall coming down into a large pool of water. It seems to be seeping slowly down towards the back of the room. And as you survey, you see to your right a dark cavern that looks natural. And you notice some shapes inside that look very humanoid.
Are they moving?
They are not.
They are not moving.
You also see a wooden door inlaid into the wall, the first door you've actually seen here.
Oh.
That's on the far right side of this natural cavern.
Uh-huh.
Glowing blue fungus growing across the walls gives it a dim light in here.
Oh, okay. I'll relay most of the information to everybody about the door and the.
Which bit do you leave out?
I don't know why I
Don't
said.
about the waterfall that you can hear.
Can I just put my hand on someone in front of me's shoulder and just close my eyes?
Yep.
Because I'm not an idiot.
And I'm going to have my shield up.
You can probably do it with the paladin if you want.
Sorry? Yeah,
Probably do it
sure.
with the paladin.
That'd be good.
I've been petrified once today.
Just keep pretending I'm a dodgy-old man and need his help. But yeah, just
So can we see anything in this room? You said there's like a dull light.
There's a dull light. You see, very vaguely in the distance, because there's a bit of a way away, a waterfall flowing into a pool. You see some cockatrices peeking around through what look like fields of mushrooms. At the moment, that would be all you could see, other than the cave to your right narrows and goes into pitch black, where Ruz has said he could see. Raz has said he can see some humanoid shapes not moving in there.
Like stone figures or possibly disguised as stone figures.
yeah, they're all cockatrices.
No, but they could be other.
3 cockatrices in the trench.
Mimics.
It's actually not water, it's just cockatrice spit. Oh, it's actually not too
That's why
unreasonable.
it's so like viscous.
I'm actually I'm going to do what I thought I was going to do and go investigate the unmoving figures.
Yep. You walk in and they seem to be a bunch of statues of humans.
Right.
Mostly humans, some elves,
Yeah.
some goblins, and also some orcs.
They're not like submerged in anything?
No, they actually seem to be displayed on plinths, stone plinths.
Oh,
On
that's...
stone plinths. Are they in. Actually, no, never mind. I'm not there.
No, I'll shout back to people that it seems to be some sort of display room, some sort of gallery.
After going through it yourself, very obviously petrified people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously in positions of shock or attack.
What about that door?
Was the door near here?
No, the door's further ahead.
Wouldn't know.
Alright. Shall we check it out?
Smoke turns to the paladin and asks if he might like to heal every single one of them.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Very polite, but
Short rest, so.
Yeah, he probably can.
we may need him.
Yeah.
How about we deal with the threat, which is the Medusa first, and then we can heal everybody.
Yeah, he's already
I like
rolled
the plan. I've still got like 1 d8.
He kneels down and starts spraying. He told you it would take about 10 minutes.
Wait, for everyone?
Not.
Sorry.
For all of them?
Yeah, we'll stay close to him.
Yeah.
Is there an echo in this room?
No, it seems to be swallowed by the vegetation.
I'm gonna sort of like sit down a little bit away from everyone, so I'm not sort of surrounded by so much noise. Just sort of sit down, cross my arms, and just focus on my hearing to be able to sort of get a sense of where, if there's any movement around, and just to sort of keep an ear out
Where
rather than
that
an eye
humming's
out.
come from.
The humming's coming from straight ahead. It's kind of hard to hear much even that with the waterfall fairly close now.
Yep, I'm just essentially meditating and trying to tune that out to focus on that humming.
Yep.
I'm going to find a dark corner.
Are we all moving away from the guy who's doing prayer of healing for us?
I'm standing right by the guy.
I mean,
I'm full health, so.
Stay within range of him.
a dark corner that is within the gallery.
Just trying to help.
Actually,
You were recently petrified.
an idea pops into my head, and I walk over to Smoke. Hey, Smoke. Still want to try that bag idea?
What? On the paladin?
No.
Oh, give it a shot.
I'd rather not do it to the paladin, but the bag over the Medusa's head. That way we can watch it. That way we can keep our eyes open and punch it accurately, or stab it, or
Well, as
hit
I
it, or
said-
blast it. I don't know.
Well,
I
hopefully
can play
this-
bait.
Yep, we've got a bait.
I'm all
Me
for
can
it.
say that.
Hey, Shiny, what's your name?
Mr. Shiny.
Mr. Shiny.
Canon now.
Mr. Shiny.
Mr.
Lawful annoying.
How do you spell that?
You don't. Shut up, I'm trying to cast a spell for you.
I cast Fireball at the waterfall just to give me some light so I can see
You
the
know
room.
I could just light up my shield.
Yeah, but he's doing his work.
How high's the ceiling?
Up here, it's fairly high, probably goes up about 60 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna go up there for a bit. In case something happens in this 10 minutes, I want to be up there.
Yep.
I'm gonna go over to the door.
Yeah.
Sorry?
I'm gonna go over to the door.
Sure.
Smoke follows.
You see a door. And lay into the wall.
Just sort of listen through it. Is the humming coming from there, or?
No. When you're at the door, though, you notice about 30 feet to your left, there are some stone stairs that once again become structured that seem to be moving down into something. That's where the humming's coming from.
Going down the stairs.
Well, at least I won't have to climb up on anything to drops down.
I like that.
Bag first down the stairs, guys.
Is the door locked?
No.
Do we want to check
I
it
don't
out?
need help, so I can come with you.
I'm
Full health.
I'd like an extra 3 health, so I'll stay.
I'm really wasting this guy's spell slots then.
Anyone needs
Is
to
it
stay with him.
ritual or?
Yeah.
No, it's a
Oh.
10-minute casting time.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Did you need health? Yep.
I'm full health. Hit dice.
9 minutes you go, but don't worry about it actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know some of us do need it, but
Yeah. No, I'm basically good to go with anything now.
Is some one of us because I didn't get a short rest?
probably.
You stay with the.
Probably us.
You still stay with the healing.
Yeah.
Alright, so you head over to the door.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
sort of just listen through it. No sounds coming from it.
How much
A
damage?
very, very slight crack.
Enough.
Akin to maybe a fire.
Yes.
I got most of it. So.
I'm just gonna like
No,
test the. Is it like a door handle?
Yeah,
It
it's the
didn't
normal
slow
door.
you down.
I'm just gonna test it quiet. No, yeah, I'm just gonna try and
Fairly well
sort of.
maintained.
Yep, just gonna try and quietly open it and
Swings
peek in.
open quietly into a fairly dark room lit by flame. All you see ahead of you at the moment is a very short bottleneck passageway, and it leads out into a large dining table surrounded by gilded chairs.
This feels familiar.
Just from suspicion, I'll keep my hand on Kip's shoulder and close my eyes.
Yep.
I'm gonna. Yeah. Shall we?
You tell me what you see, I will help you where I can.
It's like a dining room. There's a small fire. The humming was coming from down the stairs, so my suspicions is that the Medusa's down that way.
Right, keep alert.
Shall we go in and check it out?
Sure. On the other hand, have the knife.
Yep.
Alright, we'll slowly enter the room. Shall we be a bit quiet about it?
Oh, also, can I just... my hand's on his shoulder, I can't feel for knives. Never mind.
If I find any knives, I'll let you know.
Oh, that's good. I'll stealth if we can.
Yeah, sure.
Roll the.
Oh, I've got to roll lots, don't I? Do I just roll 2 more?
Roll all 3 at once.
Roll all 3 at once.
Never mind. I'll take all that away. Start fresh. Nat 1, Nat 5, and a 17. So 22, 6, and 10.
You're very quietly hanging on to Kit's back.
I'll roll stealth as well.
Oh, sorry, take 3.
Oh, sorry. Alright then. Alright. So we've got a 6, a 10, and a 14.
Yep.
And Rad still has Blessing of the Trickster, so I can't help any of you.
Just put
Short rest went by. Might not.
It doesn't matter because I've just been
So-
rushing
so-
every hour. I
Never mind then.
last for an hour, so.
Never mind then.
Wait.
Even when I was stoned?
Pardon?
Even when I was
5
stoned?
of 5 are 12, and stealth is +3.
Yep. Cool. You all very quietly walk into an abandoned room. There's a fireplace crackling, a table set that looks like it hasn't been used for quite a time.
So it doesn't look like this room has any use.
It looks like there's probably someone that comes in to eat here.
Is it safe in this room, Kip?
Looking around, there's nothing in it.
It looks like a dining room with a fire.
Doesn't appear to be anything in here. It's just a dining room with a small fire, nothing moving.
Is it decently lit?
Yeah, pretty decently lit.
Ah, love my eyes. What can I see?
That.
Petrified.
If I actively investigate, can I find anything more in this room?
The biggest thing you discern is a dining hall set up for many people, but it looks like there's only been one person here for a long time.
Real quick then, is there enough on the table?
Not on the table, no.
Useless, but I use this room. While you eat.
Being that we've got 10 minutes, I'm just going to look around the room for anything interesting.
Do they only...
There is a pantry on the other side of the room.
We'll go through it.
Some produce, some dried meats, and some cutlery,
Snake chow.
plates. Strangely, no knives.
What, this person only eat rice?
I'm just going to grab like a handful of just dried meats and eat them on the way back.
There are some silver knives, butter knives, basically. And
Oh, anything good?
they're fairly nice.
Anything that's silver, I'll take it.
Yep. There's a set of 8 silver knives.
Cool. Not anymore.
Oh, there still is.
It's just in my possession. Yeah.
While you're doing this 10 minutes past, you're all good. Magic.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank
You
you.
cast it at a fairly high level.
I'll walk back to the group.
Wow.
Anyone want some food?
In that time,
Sorry,
can I
anyone want some food?
check out the top of the waterfall, see where the water's coming from?
Yeah, it seems to leak from the ceiling, coming through
Sure,
a
why
crack
not?
that probably leads up to the top of the mountain above you.
Yeah, so nothing really.
Nothing out of the
going
ordinary. I mean, yeah, there's no way in or out through it that you can see.
Are there any cockatrices in the water?
No.
I wanted to boil it.
One's fireball to the top.
Flavoured chicken.
Just keep firing firebolts into the water at the top until it boils at the bottom.
Alright, so everyone's fully healed. You've investigated the kitchen.
Stolen some meat.
Downstairs.
Downstairs!
Oh wait, that was me. Vegetarian.
Yeah, it was dried meat, yeah. That's all I had.
So, do we want to be careful down the stairs, or are we just going to rush it?
We have a very clanky man. I don't think we can really be careful.
Well, if we draw it up the stairs, Smoke and I can try the bag trick.
That's a good point.
Oh, and there's also something else I could potentially try.
What is it?
Medusas, they have snakes on their head, no?
Oh no.
Yes, they do.
I wouldn't recommend that.
I could
no.
use charm animals and plants. Attempt to charm the snakes on the Medusa's head.
As much as I like that idea,
So bad.
Same.
You know what? I will back that play, and I will cast at 2nd level Enhance Ability. Give
you a snake's cunning.
Give me my friggin' spells. Enhance Ability. You will have advantage on charisma checks with Eagle Splendor for an hour.
Nice.
What are we doing?
This is ridiculous and I love it.
Hey, he suggested it, and I've said no to too many of his plans. I'm going to back this one.
Well,
Shall we just walk in?
Get a snake. Get in the bag.
to draw yeah. Rather than having, I mean, the risk is that she's right down the end of the tunnel and we're in a choke point otherwise.
You can hide in the kitchen.
That's a good idea. And if necessary, I can hide in the pantry if things really go to shit.
Now you think.
Well, I've just cast the 2nd level spell. Please don't waste it with chitter chatter. Let's go.
Come on, we need to somehow get his attention by making a lot of noise. Good drum?
I go into the
I'll pull out one of the other instruments and I'll like play some fat bass guitar riffs on a loop.
I just scream really loud, projecting it down the stairway.
I'm gonna be hiding in the
I'll bang my
kitchen.
stick on Mr. Shiny.
I was thinking maybe you could throw the
Just gently.
snake
Doesn't
fang.
even seem to notice.
I was thinking you could throw the snake fang downstairs.
Oh, I need that.
No, that will make her angry.
But that's what we want!
I don't know. Anyway, I'll be.
That made me angry.
You start banging away and nothing seems to happen. Other than with your passive investigation, you notice the whistling gets louder.
Not even my funky bass tunes? Oh, is she whistling along? Oh, cool.
Whoever knows you're there and is not interested in coming out to see you.
Maybe we could have a band. It would be cool.
We killed your snake!
Paladin tells you, I play the oboe.
Oh, cool. I don't have one on me, but if you've got it, we can jam, man.
Hey, I'm just gonna yell down there. Hey, you might find a burnt carcass of your pet snake.
I'll start heading down the stairs.
You hear the whistling stop and you just hear, yes, I'm not very impressed by that. And then the whistling starts again.
Bitch.
How does the Seinfeld theme go? Wait, if we look down the stairs, can I see a door? I'm going to cream with this shit.
You look down and it goes into pitch blackness after about 10 steps.
I look down. What do I see?
Pitch blackness after about 10 steps.
Shit.
Magical darkness.
Fuck this. Shall we just go down?
All right.
Really
Are we going to slay this creature?
Well,
As I said, fuck this. I say we go down. She's not coming up.
Let's have Smoke have one go at what he wants to try to do. Otherwise, that was a big waste of second level spell.
I agree. Let's do that.
Go on, buddy.
There must be something.
So just Smokes just goes by himself.
No, we're with you, but
I'll let you roll a nature check.
Let me roll that.
Whatever you roll, he's going to tell you it's not going to work.
It's possible.
rolls like that.
You can use my guidance if you want. Gives you an extra d4.
How low was it? That's a nice sound.
16.
The Medusa's snake hair are not actual snakes, they're part of the Medusa. So it's all part of the same creature.
But you could try and charisma her in general. Because you've got advantage on them.
I thought that was a bard job.
I'm going to.
No, well, look. Alright.
Time to groom up. So Medusa.
I'm going to yell down there. I noticed that our friend Lorian didn't get turned to stone. Care to illuminate the situation?
You hear the whistle stop a minute? Who's Lorian then?
Friend who might have been picking some blue flowers, perhaps?
Oh, that sounds like a terrible idea. Come down here and I'll tell you all about it.
Oh, why don't you come up here and we can chat?
Oh, I'm perfectly comfortable, thank you. The whistling starts again.
I wonder how comfortable she would be if there was a fireball in her area.
Shoot down the stairs.
I do that. Throw a fireball down the stairs.
Fireball down the stairs.
I don't have fireball yet.
Oh, damn.
What's the distance on that?
120 feet.
Yeah. That one. Because I. No, 240 because I'm the spell sniper.
Nice.
You hear it somewhere off in the blackness, it disappears.
The fact that we can hear it at all.
Alright, job done. No way she survived that.
Also,
Fuck it. I'm gonna start walking down the stairs.
Magical darkness.
You get on down, walk into darkness.
I'll find the shoulder.
I can't use my
Paladin.
duplicate in that if I can't see it because I have to use my own senses.
No, if it's magic, I mean, I'm just gonna walk in. At this point, I'm just walking in.
I'm staying up here.
Yeah, I've walked into the dark.
I'm
What's everyone
staying
else
up.
doing?
Can I piggyback Mr. Shiny?
If you want, yeah.
Can I do that?
I'm staying
I'm
up
super
here
light,
as
so
the-
I'm sure it'll be fine.
If
I'll
it
keep
goes down,
concentrating
go
on the
down.
spell for smoke, but I'll put my hand on Paladin's shoulder and go down with him with the knife ready.
Well, it's my shoulder now. I'm piggybacking
You're grabbing
Stand on the other
leg.
leg.
Banjo Kazooie, motherfucker.
I'll take his other shoulder then. But yeah, I'll head down with them, eyes closed.
So everyone's heading down?
I'm not.
Fire stone.
Right, so who's heading down, who's not? What are you doing if
Well,
you're
I'm heading down.
Heading down.
Too late, you're already there.
Exactly.
heading down, Paladin's heading down.
Oh, fuck it, I'll head down with him, Jesus.
I see that everyone's left and go, fucking hell. And then I just go along, shield up.
Raz does have a moment where he's like,
I'm just looking down straight at the floor and not looking. And is it complete magical darkness?
Yes.
Or okay.
What is Smoke doing?
Smoke is walking down.
Yep, so everyone's heading down to the darkness.
Yep.
So you all step in and you're surrounded by pitch black. You just hear a voice echo. Welcome.
Well, I'm surrounded by pitch black because my eyes are closed.
I'm still
Same.
looking at the floor.
With your passive investigation, especially with your eyes closed, you did notice there's a bit of splashing as you walk down at the bottom, where the water's obviously leaking down a little.
Oh, so we actually get to the bottom?
absolutely.
Oh, excellent. Once we hit the bottom, I sort of walk maybe like 5 feet to the side so everyone else can walk out, and I'm just close my eyes listening.
Yep.
Your carpet is very wet.
Oh, it's not carpet.
I know, that's why I said it was wet. Carpet
No, that's
doesn't
not wrong.
Am I?
Yes.
Oh, I was going to try to deceive you.
I can appreciate that, I suppose.
You're very welcome.
What are you doing in my home and killing my favourite pets?
Well, he was attacking us.
Oh, yes, that is his job.
Well, then, that explains that. Good chat.
What can I do for you?
We would definitely like to have our friend her sight returned, please.
Oh, sorry, can't help you.
Ah,
Failed experiment, I'm afraid.
I have a question in that
Experiment?
case.
Yes.
What was the goal of the experiment?
To see if I could part my gift.
Part from your gift or give it to someone else?
Either or. Both are fine goals.
I have a
I
question.
appreciate that.
If you die, does the conditions of your spells and your experiments end?
Oh, quite unlikely.
Insight check.
Yeah.
2.
She's
Seven.
definitely lying.
17.
Okay, so if we
She's
kill her,
definitely
everything will be fine.
Wait, what?
Which is it?
Nope, that's fair.
Hey, what's your favourite word?
My favourite word.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have one.
What was the name of your pet?
What's your
My
favourite
snake.
word?
Yes. What was the snake's name?
Snake.
Does that help?
Did the book open? Damn it.
Well, that's right.
Alright, wait, actually, why are we here again? Are we like trying to...
We told you.
yeah, but like,
We're trying to restore a woman's sight.
Alright, well, I can't help you. It's time for you to leave. Goodbye.
I mean, I appreciate that she's giving us a free pass.
That's true.
Could I see within 30 by 5 feet where she is, roughly?
It's
By
complete
sound?
darkness.
Magical
By the
darkness.
sound of her voice?
Roll a perception for me.
Though I'm surprised at the magical darkness, because it means if we can't see
No,
you,
you
you
can't.
can't petrify us. So there must be a reason why you're allowing us to come down here to chat.
Yes, to find out what you wanted. Now I do. Goodbye.
Fair.
Wait. I would just like to point out that in the last 2 days we have had a wizard attempting to pretend to be a troll. So people pretending to be monsters is not too new to us at this point.
Can I message Mr. Shiny? I probably could whisper the old message.
Yeah.
And ask if he can do it. Can you do anything about this darkness?
Oh, he can do detect good and evil, which he can probably sense exactly where that the
Yeah, but that doesn't
You
help
hear a
us.
spell effect happening about a foot away from you, and nothing seems to happen. My light doesn't get through. Tear's eyes do not fall here.
What do you reckon we should do?
Can I...
The only thing we can do is attack.
In the dark, though?
Do you have a better option?
I would be asking you. That was sort of my last resort. No offense.
Can I try and like pinpoint where she is through sound?
Perception?
Roll better than me.
12.
I said better.
I'm sorry.
You can't pinpoint it, but it's refracting the sound in this room quite strangely.
I'm just gonna follow the wall along for like, just keeping my hand along the wall, just follow it along for a little bit.
Yep.
15 feet maybe.
The wall's very, very smooth. Every now and then again, it feels like a very even crack, and then it moves again, being very smooth. And you can hear the splashing of the water under your feet as you move.
Does it?
Very quietly.
Do you guys all have rubber soled boots?
I have no
I don't
idea.
wear shoes.
What boots did
Oh, no.
what boots did
I
the
have
wizard
regular
have? Did the wizard that...
He has leather boots.
Boots, wrong one?
They're leather. I'm pretty sure my boots are leather.
So am I.
That's my armor.
Smoke steps up and using... Oh, seems like she can hear us. What is your name, good friend? Smoke calls out to the Medusa.
I would wonder why you're still here.
Because
What a strange name.
we...
Curiosity.
His
My
voice,
name is
is,
Elaine.
his voice is abnormally more charming than usual.
We are a very generous group and we need some help. So, what is it that you most deeply desire?
People to leave me alone, actually.
If we leave you alone, will you help our friend?
Roll a persuasion check.
With advantage.
You got this.
I
Yeah.
think we can just
Let's
keep
use
on
the
talking
low
here and
I'll let you use
discuss
it.
Oh, fucked up.
How?
Now I regret it.
How about you leave and I do not remove the darkness in this room?
Well,
You all leave.
you're a person of experimentation, and I'm assuming they want to achieve some goals. Do you need any assistance or anything in trade for a favor?
You're welcome to stay here.
I'm asking you if you want any assistance in the sense of we can do something for you, you do something for us.
Oh yes, if you wish to be my experiment.
I mean, What kind of experiment?
See if I can revert you from the stone form.
I'm at this point. I'm talking to continually to try and pinpoint her voice as I'm moving to triangulate, kind of thing.
How close did you get with imparting your gift?
Oh, I'm pretty sure she has it.
But like, you reckon you could do it successfully next time?
No, probably not.
No. What if you tried 5 times and then the 6th time would be successful?
Perhaps a third.
That's well,
Tonk, I'm going to kill you.
We can take the paladin.
that's right.
back
6
to
times you can fail before you get it right.
and
I'd be
create
pretty
a
happy with that.
restoration.
No, a great
I think we take the paladin back with us, DeLorean. To be honest.
Oh, hey, that's no.
Perhaps we could find you another snake. Nay, 2 snakes.
Well, you did kill my first one.
Because
Exactly.
it attacked us. Come on.
Because you entered my home. Alright, I'm getting bored of this. If you don't leave right now, the darkness is going.
Why would you need the darkness to go? You
Okay,
get to see
goodbye.
us, don't you?
The darkness disappears.
I've still got my shield up.
An ish?
Huh?
Ish.
It depends.
Eyes been down the whole time.
I'm gonna start heading
Make a
back towards the
decision.
stairs.
Otherwise, Tonk will.
I'm gonna keep looking at the floor and head up the stairs.
You feel under your arms and your hand still turn to stone.
Sorry?
The paladin is turning to
You
stone.
got him.
Alright.
Awesome.
Well, if she's attacked, then we can.
So you're looking?
Sure.
No, I'm not looking at her. I'm just going.
What are you looking at?
Can we follow the?
He's
the
turning to
ground?
stone. The paladin is turning to stone. She has attacked our friend.
Alright, who's shielding their eyes, who's looking away, who's got their eyes closed?
Mine are closed.
I've got my shield up looking down at the floor.
Yep.
I'm looking away.
Yep.
I'd be starting to look at the floor and slowly getting to see tail.
Eyes down.
I'm essentially looking at the wall, and I have about 5, maybe 6 feet that I can see from the peripheral as I'm walking back towards the stairs.
Everyone but Ruse make a con save.
Wait.
I had my eyes closed. You're all still looking at something.
Yeah.
Oh
Close
no.
your eyes,
Times
people.
again.
Oh no.
4.
Oh hey, Sam.
Well, I guess we're turning to stone.
Oh, not
13.
not for the first
I'm
time.
guessing I couldn't have cast resistance before then.
So that was a con save, yeah?
Yes.
Fine.
Guessing I couldn't have cast auto succeed on that one.
Ah.
18.
18. As the darkness disappears, you realise this whole room, what you've been running your hand along, are mirrors. Completely
Yeah, that'd
placing
do
a
it.
domed room.
Yeah.
The water on the ground reflecting.
Yeah.
That'd do it.
Rue's not looking, just hears everyone run to a stop, the speech stopping mid-sentence. You manage to pass, you feel it, you catch a glimpse, but you quickly look away in time, realising what's happening. I did warn you.
I heeded your warning.
Yes, well done. Can you please leave now?
Well, I would like to, but all of my friends seem to be turning to stone.
Yes, imagine that.
Very, very strange, is it not?
No.
All I asked for is I want this person who is in their home. They did not want this at all. They wanted to pick some flowers. I want help to return them to what they were.
Yes, I'm working on it. Now I've got a lot more work to do if you want your friends back.
Right, well, I guess I will become a scientist with my eyes fucking closed and we will figure out how to do this, yes?
That seems like a terrible idea.
I've had worse ideas, believe me.
Yes, I know, you're still here.
With my eyes closed. Ah, that was one good idea.
Still attack you.
So just this old man back-chatting her.
Quickly put the bag on her head.
I gave a bag to someone who's turning to stone.
Oh, smoke passed.
Yeah, he's got ears.
Yeah, I've got a bag. Am I able to possibly perceive? Or is they're just mirrors?
Yeah, so close your damn eyes.
Was she
I looked
facing directly? Oh yeah, I guess with the mirrors, but
Am I able to guide pray to Eldath for guidance on where the Medusa is?
surely if I was looking directly at the floor, all I would see is my reflection. If I'm looking directly down,
There's mirrors on the roof reflected everywhere. It's almost like this was designed to make sure if people came in, she could deal with them immediately. And the whole of statues probably gave it away that she was sick of doing it.
Hey, can I just force a wild magic search? while I'm on top of this paladin and see what happens.
Sure.
I have nothing else I can do, so...
You turn into a stone potted plant.
Confusion.
97.
Okay.
67. Oh, yeah, 67.
67.
Maybe not as interesting.
I'm frightened by the nearest creature.
Who is Mr. Shiny?
Until the end of your next turn.
You just have a sudden pang of fear in you.
As you continue to turn the stone.
So I use all of my 0 foot of movement to move away from you.
Well, it's time to roll up a new character.
I mean, I don't know what you're on about. I've still got Sabaran back here.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, we'll wait.
Been left alone.
Wait, smoke's alright, right?
Yep.
You guys are both good? And everyone else is...
In a strange definition of right, but you know.
Look, we mean you no harm.
I don't think we can threaten her at this point, my friend.
Oh, I'm not the threat.
You hear splashing of small feet walking towards you in the water.
Oh.
Knew it.
Am I able to perceive where the footsteps are coming from?
Directly ahead, moving towards you.
Am I able to perceive what kind of distance that is?
I like what you said.
Probably about 40 feet at the moment.
Oh shit, is it bag time?
I'd like to use friends. Please.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I'm gonna ready the bag.
Which will give
That's an action.
advantage on charisma checks directed at one creature of my choice that isn't hostile toward me.
Not hostile yet.
Not hostile towards me. Good. I don't have to see her. I'd just like to say, I'm an old man still. I need help to get out of the room. I have my eyes closed, obviously. Could you give me a hand to walk? And I'll just hold out my hand like a doddery old man looking for a hand to help.
You feel a small hand. No, you still hear them walking towards you unless you're doing something.
Just keep my hand out, waiting for it. And I'll keep my hand up high.
Well, it'll be
Like
able to
this
see
height.
it though.
Yeah.
Let's see it coming.
But that temporary.
She's probably looking at you holding a bag like that guy looks like an idiot.
Put the back of your head. Now I'm good.
20 feet away, you hear the splashing moving towards you.
4.
15. 10.
Fuck it. Bag over the head. Attempt to move forward. Bag over the head. Try to break the spell. Sorry?
Dex check with disadvantage.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you don't have advantage on charisma anymore. I broke concentration. It's just charisma is irrelevant. I was just,
So Dex disadvantage.
Oh no.
That's what we do.
Not out of it
I
eventually.
should have stayed upstairs. I had the right idea.
I was half considering it as well.
how'd you go?
On disadvantage, Dex, 5.
Yeah, so you swing, you catch absolutely nothing, then you just feel the bag pulled out of your hands.
What is happening? What is going on?
Then you hear the footsteps step back a little bit. Are you quite done?
What do you mean? What am I done?
Your friend's trying to bag me.
Smoke, you are... Why'd you listen to Kip?
Lesson learned.
Why did I listen to any of you?
He is a skittish cat. He's standing in water.
Are we
This is
now
not a good time for him.
completely
He's
sorry?
probably scared of drowning.
Yeah, it's only the one save for a Medusa Oracle.
Smoke apologizes profusely and just backs up a little bit.
So are you done then?
We are done. I need to get out of this room. I have a stone man next to me and a stone bird on his shoulder. I need to move away.
Oh no.
You feel a small hand grab your wrist. Like, fine, come on.
Me as well?
A few moments later, you hear splashing footsteps walk towards you. Takes your wrist. Come on then.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know you were planning something. Very
Passive
specific.
investigation wise, can I judge height?
Yeah, about 5'7".
So it's taken from... so it's like taller than normal Ruse. Okay. When you say... Okay. Thoughts.
So I have a random thought, which is probably not going to happen. Being like, I am not a holy cast or anything, but I am very devout to Avandra.
So she appreciates it.
Can I roll a potentially divine intervention?
I roll one as well. I may not.
You can
the
you're a
clerics.
religious character.
Okay.
I named my
I
entire
able-
ship after her.
You can, but what for?
For guidance.
At the moment, this Medusa seems to be genuinely just trying to help you get out of her house.
This isn't gonna happen, is it? Oh, it was so close.
That's
that a
very
5?
close. That was 9.
It was a 9. It was so close. What of the one time to roll high on a die?
So she takes your wrist and starts splashing through the water.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to look now if you want.
What do you mean?
What I said.
Are you trying to trick me? If I open my eyes, am I going to turn to stone?
Well, probably not. Can't guarantee anything in life, I suppose.
What do you mean?
Who can?
Like, are you going to try to turn me to stone?
No, I would have done that already.
Alright,
Right.
roll insight on that.
So is she walking me up the stairs?
It would not have worked.
Nine.
Do you mean once you are outside of that room, you cannot turn me to stone?
Oh, I could.
I got thoughts. I got thoughts.
You got thoughts?
So she's taken Smoke by the hand.
Yep. And leading you both up the stairs, you hear her whistling a little bit and the cockatrices are clucking back at her.
No. No, she's just gonna fucking kill me.
Very likely.
So how does it work then?
How does what work?
Your affliction, was it something that happened to you at birth or was it gifted to you? Is that why you're trying to pass it on?
Oh no, I've always been like this. Just seems a waste.
I woke up like this.
I have, this is a flashback thing, but I have heard stories that Medusas tended to be beautiful women who were cursed, that is all.
Some of them.
What are you?
Well, why don't you look and tell me?
Can I pull a Stevie Wonder and like feel her wrist? That's how Stevie Wonder tells if people are attracted. He like feels their wrist and then he goes, "Oh, this person's hot," and like his wife is hot, so he knows how this works.
You run your arm up her wrist and you cannot tell because it's not a real thing.
Well, it is for Stevie.
Come on, with passive investigation, surely.
He's gonna throw that pinches him if the girl's actually hot.
That sucks. What a liar. I don't believe.
Perhaps we could find someone for you to pass on.
Wait a minute.
Already
affliction.
have.
If I look at your face, I turn to stone. Yes.
If you look at my eyes.
All right. And I'll like, this is bloody rude, but I'll just keep like moving my hands on her, find like where the head is and the snakes, and just put like arms like that, and then just look, so I can see it.
As you run your hands up, you feel that there's a sheath of fabric across her eyes.
Like Lauren.
Kick her in the crotch and run.
And the snakes are still there.
Yep. They sort of feel them twist around your wrists.
Stab her in the eyes. Stab the eyes.
The guy still
It's
can't.
across the eyes, and she actually.
Dead men tell no tales.
Maybe not tails. Lies, but not tails.
Smoke
Had to get him on Disney
Smoke
reference.
is wondering how, with the cloth across her eyes.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
He's not like trying to feel up her face.
With your passive investigation, as you're talking, you get the feeling that she's resigned to this but doesn't really want it. And her experiments are obviously trying to work out how she can pass her curse on, but also get rid of her curse or gift.
I think you have learned something in your experiments. No, stop feeling her up. Take her hand again. I think you have learned something in your experiments that you cannot pass this on to someone else. You will just afflict more people when you do this.
So far, yes.
Have you discovered any other way to stop them from being as bad, other than this cloth on your face?
Oh yes, the potions.
So the
It's
potions
working for a day. It's not like I can go to the city and give out 4,000 potions.
No, you cannot. How do you make it? What are you using? Is it the flowers from the other room, or is it the cockatrice, or
Oh, all of them. I'm experimenting, trying to get the right mix.
are you close?
Oh, I succeeded. That's how I can look at myself.
Do you have more of these potions kept away somewhere?
I use them every day myself. I'm trying to work out how to make it.
I'm gonna take a real quick open my eyes and like look.
What are you looking at?
Like her, and then seeing if I can see her face without it happening.
Yeah. You see lots of snakes, a piece of black fabric tied around her eyes. She's wearing a long white dress. Very dirty on the bottom where she's dragging behind her in the ground.
Smoke, it is safe. You can open your eyes. She has covered the danger.
Smoke opens his eyes.
Um,
And it was Nay on the snake thing, wasn't it?
hey,
It was Nay on the snake thing, yes.
Yeah.
I really would like my friends to be safe again. Does your potion reverse the effects?
Possibly. I've had to use it on myself every time.
So when you look at yourself in the mirror, it happens.
What happens?
You go to stone.
Oh yes, unless I stop it.
How did you survive the room?
By drinking the potion every day.
Well, that is something I wish I knew.
You should have seen my journal. It would have told you all about it.
Yes, we did see your journal, but apparently Buttercup with a 2 instead of a T did not work as the password.
Yeah, well, your journal's stone now, idiot.
This Buttercup with a 3 instead of a
Nah,
B.
this is we still it's always numbers. Well, look, can we help in making a potion somehow? I don't know. What can we do to help and get my friends back?
I suppose more equipment could make it work faster. I have all the ingredients.
All right. Well, I don't know if there's anything in my bag that will work for that.
That equipment cost about 300 gold.
I have a tattooing kit, but I don't know if that will help.
I don't think so.
Tattoo the potion in?
That's good. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Oh, I have had Clary's voice in my head. Well, Smoke doesn't know about this yet, but I'll tell her that I can put a spell effect into someone's body that they can use once a day. Perhaps if we can figure out potion to spell effect somehow, maybe use that as the ink. Could I then do it once a day where she would then not be affected? And
Maybe.
is that something that would be interesting to you?
It's a rather large risk if it doesn't work.
Ah, yes, but you are already taking risks taking potions every day.
Well, I know they work.
Well, you didn't when you were experimenting. That's what experiments are, my scientist friend.
You're sort of in the main chamber and she gestures down towards a giant cabin full of stone people and says, I made sure.
Yes, but you still were experimenting, yes?
Oh, yes, of course.
So this is just another experiment, but perhaps with more permanent results.
And far fewer test subjects.
Well, no, I have tattooed many people, and all of them are alive. And I point back to the room here. It's more that I can say for you.
None of them have not turned to stone, though.
Yes, but you got to start somewhere, don't you? It's science.
Well, go find me some volunteers and we can try.
But no one else is a Medusa.
Lorian.
No one else is a Medusa. I do not say that out loud.
No, they have the same effect on anyone.
That's true, but it's got to be worth a shot. You don't want me to make potions for the rest of your life, stuck in a cave.
Not ideally, but I've got nothing better to do yet.
Well, perhaps you could have something better to do. What's a hobby you want to take up? I really don't want to keep doing this. I'm just going to chit chat with her, but the intention of let's find a result that's amenable for everyone.
She wants to travel, she wants to go out and see the world, but every time she's tried, she's just ended up turning a bunch of people to statues.
Once we get to that point, I'll be like, this may help you. This is my intent. If we can find something that could permanently give you once a day, you can not be a Medusa.
But you don't understand, it would work on me, but anyone that saw me would still turn to stone.
Well, then we can work with you on blind vision. You can learn how to feel out the world, and when no one is looking, you can look upon the world. You can't look upon the people, but you can look upon the world. Besides, some of the best feelings in the world you don't need sight for. It's mostly touch.
Perhaps.
And I'll change away from an old man to be Shade.
Quickly invent sunglasses.
Anti-petrification glasses.
Well, no, she can't tell the difference.
A-graders.
But, yeah. The intention is that there's beautiful things in the world that you don't have to see.
Yes, you could hear them, like one of our friends, who may be able to train you in the art of sense and hearing things.
If I return your friends, will you leave me alone?
If you return Lorian and my friends, I will definitely leave you alone.
I haven't found a way to do that yet.
Well, then why would you offer to change my friends?
Well, they're stone. They don't have the gift or curse, whatever you want to call it.
This is a tough situation, you know.
Yes.
But yes, I do want my friends back. Starting right off, I definitely want that. But Yes, perhaps when we figure out, I can come and try to help you once a day be able to relieve your affliction without the potions all the time.
Perhaps.
It's worth a shot, and I'm willing to give it a go.
And I will tend to your garden.
I sense something's coming soon.
Yes, the end of the world.
Yes.
I can tell you all the things that I know, and nobody has believed me. But if you want to know, here's it, and I'll give her the spiel of what happened to us. This is really boring for them, and I don't want to do it. But yeah, I'll give her the spiel of what's happening and the timeline remaining.
Then I guess it doesn't matter. Come on. She turns around and walks back towards the main chamber.
Suddenly nihilist.
As we're getting further down, I'll close my eyes so that she can see. I suggest Smoke to close his eyes so that
Smoke, not turn me back, bitch.
Yep. She walks across. You hear.
you can remove the blindfold if you need. We have closed our eyes.
Oh no, I know this area quite well.
Okay.
You hear a click. One of them. Are you watching or?
No.
Okay.
If she's got, I'm just letting her open her eyes if she needs to.
You hear a click and a slight movement of air, and then silence.
Where did you go?
She's getting something.
All right. Do you need help?
No, I'm
I'll
quite
start
okay.
stepping towards where she went.
Doesn't take long. She comes back out. In the centre of the room, you notice there was a chaise lounge where she was sitting before. You hear something being put down on it.
Okay. Can I go over and pretend to be trying to help her, but really I'm just trying to feel what it is?
Yep, I mean she's getting it for you.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
What is it?
It's a fairly large leather chest.
What is in here?
The excess potions.
As long as it's not a mimic, you know.
Make it say.
Just hand it me.
They're spares for when the other ones fail.
So if I pour this on their throats, they will come back? Yes? No?
Should do.
Alright, worth a try, I guess. I have nothing better to do.
Oh, jeez.
I will take the chest. I'm going, I don't need my eyes closed, yes?
Just a moment. No.
Alright, open them up. What else is in the room now my eyes are open?
A lot of statued people, and it's literally just a chaise lounge in the middle, red velvet, and mirrors everywhere.
Okay. You have a wonderful house. I'll go and find my friends and potion them each.
Yep.
And it's like after I potion they start to come back with, it's okay. Especially Tom.
So you get in the way of the fireball as well.
But yeah, I'll get everybody back so that we're not all frozen in the middle of it.
Yeah, smoke assist.
Alright.
Do you bring the paladin back?
Yeah, of course.
He is itching for a fight.
I'll do my best to calm him because friends are still active. I'll just move it to him.
Yep. Roll persuasion.
That's gonna do it. But I'll roll the second in case there's a 20. Still close. 25.
This is a creature of evil and should be destroyed.
Can I roll insight? Can I roll insight on him to see if he's going to attack her?
I mean,
It seems
he's
quite
a
clear.
paladin of Tyr. He's certain evil, but he isn't rushing her with a blade yet.
I agree that she
But,
was
is-
an evil creature, but the only reason that you are back as you are is because she gave me these potions.
There is a difference between evil nature and evil intent.
We could take her.
I do
Me and
need.
you. I get these losers.
I just need to ask.
Persuasion.
I just need to ask one
Maybe I
thing.
Slides of chaos again.
Hang on, can I ask one thing first?
Sure.
Which is, if he we can see her. She's got a blindfold down, right?
Yes.
If I get the sense that this paladin is about to draw and attack her, Kip is going to essentially jump over and wrap his arm around her eyes. If the paladin attacks,
She's about 40 feet away at the moment.
I have 40-foot movement speed.
Alright.
If the paladin attacks,
Are you attacking?
I'm not. I got a 7 for persuasion. A bit less than his 25 on phone attack.
I'm not going to.
He looks
attack
like he's
outright.
stopped for now, but he's itching for a fight. If it starts, you can see he's ready.
I'm still on his shoulders, like piggybacking him, right?
I'll tell everybody
yeah.
information that killing her is not going to fix it, and the potions will stave off the effect, sort of thing. But we still have no solution with Lorien.
In which case, if the potions might help Lorien, at least be able to see her reflection and...
It will only affect her that she cannot look upon her husband unless they both take a potion.
Well, the thing
Which will
is,
make
they're
them-
wealthy enough that they'd probably be able to brew enough of them.
Well, then we need to speak to them about paying our friends here to make more potions for them. But
You could just take her eyes out. That would do it.
I think that's a bit counterintuitive, not gonna lie.
I know a guy who's good with knives, you know. Yes, but I don't want to take your eyes out.
Oh no, I don't want you to either.
Did you explain how much gold you would need to speed up the process of figuring this out?
Yeah, I told you everything.
So
How much
That's
gold?
only
Wait,
slightly more than the reward they were going to give.
yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
have 130 gold pieces on me right now.
I have 9 because I keep giving it all to the orphans.
Smoke, just given his tiredness, just can't think of much and just thinks like, well, perhaps the clerics at the Many Faith Church, one of them possibly might know a powerful restoration spell of some kind.
Cure a lifelong Medusa of her affliction?
Well,
I do
there's
not think
that,
so, but maybe.
but also
More likely for Laurie,
also our
right?
friends
Yeah.
as well.
They're also very likely to want to kill her because she is a monster. To some degree, I'm sorry.
Standing right here.
Can I message Mr. Shiny?
Yes.
Oh no.
Do you know the spell Shatter?
Yes.
Oh no.
If we take out these mirrors,
Yeah.
that gives us a bit of an edge.
Go for it.
Yes.
We don't know you're saying this, so go for it.
We don't know you're saying this.
Kip's still
It's
prepped.
not up to me. Just putting the idea in Mr. Shiny's head.
Kip is still
I
prepped.
don't want to
You
stay
want
in
chaos,
this
but you don't
room.
want to pull the trigger. I love it.
Raz is already like so
Feel
close to the
comfortable staying in this
stairs.
Plausible deniability.
Well, I mean, I don't want to turn to stone.
I just got to the Medusa and say thank you. You really didn't have to do that, and thank you.
Oh, she knows.
Kip's also going to approach to like essentially like the shake of hand, kind of make truce, make peace.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go walk up the stairs.
I'm with Clary.
Because I'm not staying in this mirrored room.
Nah.
And if shit goes down, I will send in my duplicate, but until then, I'm going upstairs.
Oh, I ain't got a dick like that. I'll send him a mage hand. Send it with a dagger.
Quick question with the potions. After giving everyone and the paladin potions, how many left?
There were 10 total.
10 total? Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3,
6.
4.
There's 4 left.
5 use.
Yeah.
Oh.
3 left.
3 left?
Oh no, minus 2. So 5 left. Yeah. 5 left.
Oh, jeez.
You do what you want. I'll back you play whatever you do.
Yeah.
I don't know this conversation is going on, but as a player, I'll back you play whatever you do.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mr. Shiny?
I'm here to destroy evil.
Yeah, me too. Well, just destroy.
You're gonna be the target for you.
I don't want to kill everyone in here, so
Well, thankfully, I'm out of the room.
I don't know. I'll just write at Mr. Shiny, see what he does.
He's waiting for instructions. He's been told to stand down. So far, he's standing down.
Yeah.
You're only messaging him. There's always us. You try and turn the tide.
Turn the tide. Okay. Yeah.
Roll chaos.
The mirrors above just explode into pieces.
I immediately go for her eye. Keeping my eyes closed, I go for her eyes.
Yep.
And I do too, but with an Eldritch Blast.
Oh, and your arms can
I don't give a fuck. I'll still go for her eyes.
Yeah. I'm guessing a spell moves quicker than you.
It would. 100 feet around versus. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
40.
Yeah. Quick.
Yeah. So essentially plus that.
Almost instantaneously, one might say.
I'm almost that speed.
Mirror shadow. You go for her eyes.
Yep.
As you wrap your hands around it, you take 3 points of piercing damage.
Done.
From the snakes.
Plus another 3.
Yep.
Plus a lot more.
Have I got my arm around her eyes?
Yeah.
Excellent. As soon as we get below a certain amount, I'm letting go.
You take 34 poison
I'm
damage
down.
on a nat 20 attack from a snake hair as it just bites into you as you grab her.
Yep, worth a shot. Worth a shot.
Well, now we all have to fight her. She's not going to talk down at this point.
So you see these mirrors above you shadow. You see Kip's hand wrap around, snake's bite into it, and he just drops. And that is where we're going to end it for the night.
It's very late, and yeah, okay.
Oops.
So don't forget to tune in next week to find out how that all ends. So thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you all soon.
See you next week for possibly the last episode of Dogs of M.E.R.C.Y